Did you know Bond students have been in every Olympics since '92? How do they do it? Bond is known for its prowess in the sporting domain. With incredible facilities throughout campus, it means you can easily transition from this to this. Sport is alive and well at Bond University.
What number?
Be back in like 2 minutes if that.
Militant?
And every time he goes near the ball, I will deliberately put my
Okay. That's
Remember attack. He's within 50 metres of the ball. How good is this guy?
Did you actually see them who actually won the toss? Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, the toss is not a window.
Yeah. Mate, I did the same thing last week. I went, oh crap, I didn't realise it. Oh, there we go, Jono.
Oh,
He's going to the right. They're going to the right. Too easy.
As soon as you say boss, you're in.
Too easy. Yeah, you're taking a pay cut for this. And welcome, ladies and gents, to round 6 QAFL action, coming to you live from the home of the Sherwood Magpies. It is Sherwood versus Noosa. My name's Kane Brown, and I'm joined in the box by the great man, Chris Yendi Yend. Welcome back to QAFL Footy, Yendi.
This is where it all started, Kano. I have a great appreciation for this ground. As I was mentioning off air, the very first game that I had the privilege of calling on my own was at Sherwood, and it's a ground that I hold very fond memories of, and they're a wonderful club. And ironically, the very first QAFL game I called was Noosa's first game in the QAFL too. So I've got a lot of resonate with both clubs very well here today. But what a game, 8 versus 9. This is a fantastic contest. If it's going to be anything like the reserves, now remind the viewers what happened in the reserves, mate. What happened?
No. Well, it looked like Sherwood got up in the end, which was great for the home team. It was a very close margin indeed. And I tell you, Noosa won't be happy considering they kicked about, what was it, 622 or something?
No, Sherwood kicked 622.
Oh, sorry, Sherwood kicked 622 and got up by a point. So, should be good, but we're just about ready here. We've got Umpire Appreciation Week as well. We've got Frank Rayson, Hayden Taylor, Jackson Whittlefield umpires, boundary umpires Jack Joyce, Ed Harris, and goal umpires Caleb Fidge and Lachlan Berthwick. So, good luck to those people in green this afternoon, ladies and gents. Here comes the first bounce. Noosa looks to have won the tap out there, trying to get the first clearance. The ground opens up for them. Going inside, attacking 50, one-on-one contest, gets over the back. Umpire's found a free kick, and it looks like it's going to go to Sherwood, and it's number 21 in Bailey Thompson.
So Bailey Thompson finds his teammate there in Bully. Bully along the outer side, looking for his teammate further up the field there in Liam Hudd, but Mark's been taken there by Noosa. I think that's Matt Padgrove inside the forward 50, looking for an option. Sherwood now hit the ground running. A left foot kick barely clears the back half of the ground here at Sherwood. Lovely defensive pressure there from the Pies, and Frankie Ray's is going to say GAWN gone, holding the ball, free kick to the Pies.
Well, first holding the ball given away there. Sherwood going back into attack across this broadcast side wing. Pressure comes, can't get rid of it, gets pushed over the line, but got called for a stoppage before that happened.
Already seeing some strong work by Matty Leuenberger, the coach here of Noosa. He's actually sitting one back loose in defence as part of a coaching tactic there.
And that was Stanley Waistcoat too, number 5 for Sherwood, who had the footy over the boundary line. Fletcher got the handball out. 2-on-1 favouring Noosa. Good pressure there by Sherwood. Hack kick back, gets cut off. They go back in board. Here's a chance now for the Magpies going forward, one-on-one. Good body work, great mark.
Yeah, good use of the body there, making his way into the front position. I take a stab and say that might be Jack Austin, who's a promising prospect here for the Pies, and he's got so much athleticism. He's going to be that key target for them all afternoon, and there's a bright future ahead of him. But as long as he stays with this footy club, he's going to kick plenty of goals, and Sherwood are going to get plenty of wins.
Well, seeing Bully down back early and seeing Austin up forward is an interesting take. Here's a shot on goal. Left foot kick. Is that the first? No, just drifts to the right. So opening score goes to the Magpies. They lead by a solitary point.
And we've ticked on 2 minutes gone here in QAFL football, all thanks to Bradnam Windows and Doors for their wonderful supports here, especially ahead of Umpires Round. I'm wearing my top today, Riddle Umpires Association top Fletching it back home as Rich handball to a teammate under pressure. Ball in the middle of the ground here. I think it might have been Con who squeezed the handball out there, the former Melton prospect. It wasn't. Handball over the top. Now good pressure here from the Pies. Tough work down there by Ben McNeese, the former Bomber.
Good kick.
And he spots up Curtis McCarthy, who found himself in space.
Well, the one I was looking at during the week, Mitchell Con, had a great start to the 2024, had plenty of the footy. Had pretty good numbers in disposals, clearances, and especially his contested footy has been really good early in the year. So he'll be getting ready for a massive game this afternoon, that midfield battle. And Daniel Rich just being smart as well with pointing out a spare player in forward 50.
So McCarthy, barely a breath of wind that he's kicking into, if that. Pulls the trigger from 55 metres out, got a lovely kick on him.
Look at that.
Beautiful finish. And we're 3.5 minutes gone here in the first term here at Sherwood, and it's Noosa 1 straight 6 lead Sherwood 1 behind. All thanks to our wonderful work making his AFL broadcasting debut today. We've got our man Harry here on the camera bringing all the action right around the country. Big shout out to the friends and family in Macedon, Victoria, who are watching in their dozens or if not hundreds this afternoon.
Well, the screening numbers have been pretty good this year for the QAFL Yandy. You haven't been around too much, but we've had plenty of numbers going online watching these streamed games.
I want to be listening to the Kane Browning show every Saturday afternoon too.
None of that,
If I didn't have other commitments, mate, I'd be tuning in without a doubt. I do listen in the car, strictly through the stream. I do have a listen into some of your beautiful calling.
Geez, that makes a long road trip, mate, if you're listening to me for a couple of hours.
Coming back from Michael Voss Oval, mate, it makes a nice drive down the highway. Lovely.
Well, here we go once again, getting back to the play. No one could clear where on that occasion. Noosa again trying to get the clearance. Handballs over the top. They've got the extra number. Probably going to go down the line. One-on-one contest here. Good grab. Reaching out. Runs off. Here's a chance now for Noosa. Not the best of kicks going inside 50. Could have been a push in the back. No, says the umpire. Got punched over the line. Boundary throw in just inside attacking 50 for the Tigers.
The Hares are standing on top of an equal status. We've got Melitek, who is on the field here for Noosa. He's playing that key role, trying to shut down Liam Hudd, who was a hero for the Brisbane Lions in the VFL earlier on in the year. Getting all over the social, so big contest between the two. Back here at the action now. Tackle applied there by the Tigers. Kick hacked out of there by the Pies. And Seb Rogers marks here on the commentary wing in front of Waistcoat, puts the ball up towards centre half, forward. Fitzpatrick came through with the spoil, ball hits the deck, comes out now, here's Con, concedes ground again, cheeky kick out to Rogers, and he marks.
Well, Rogers, about 100 metres out from goal, this could go the hot spot. He's looking inside, there's no one really helping him out. So it's to go down the line, one-on-one contests all around the ground. Good contested mark by Bully on the last line.
I like the work of Bully. A likely type across half back, and his target hitting is precise to Dylan Nelson. Far side. We are 6 minutes gone here in this first turn. Battle between 8th and 9th. Both teams come into this game having had victories over Mount Gravatt. We're seeing a much improved outfit here from Sherwood this year.
Well, Noosa won by 125 points against the Vultures last week, so they've got a bit of form going into this game.
Kick along the outer wing, comes off hands there of Hudd. Still inside the field of play. Momentarily, we'll see a throw-in as Luke Mitchell, the vice-captain, says it out of bounds.
He was very good. The one game I called last year was against Morningside, their only win, that 1-point thriller. He was very good that day, especially in that last quarter, set up a lot of pushes inside, taking 50. They came from 4 goals down, won by a point.
It was a good, great day. Certainly gave our teammate Hannah Davies a bit of work, and I want to give a big shout out to Hannah and Jess Maloof last week, creating history in the QAFLW, becoming the first female callers in the history of the QAFLW to call a game. Only the first female panel, so that was history made last weekend here in the QAFLW as we look to build our stable of quality callers.
Another notch on the bell for Miss Hannah Davies, that's for sure. She's been brilliant over the last 12 months.
I was speaking to a mutual connection of ours out of Fox Footy. They're like, how's she going? I said, she's just ticking along beautifully. So look out, the phone might be ringing.
Oh, the phone's already ringing off the hook for Hannah Davies. As play continues here, Noosa have had a fair bit of it in the first quarter. Sherwood, good pressure, dived on the footy there was Fletcher. Had kicked back inside. Look at the pressure from the Tigers though. They could get a bit of an overlap going. They got some space, run down tackle, couldn't be laid. Looking for Jono Freeman, premiership player from Aspley last year. And Bully ends up with it again on the last line. Umpire says play on though. Decides to come out wide and ends up in the hands of Dylan Nelson once more.
So Nelson here across half back for the commentary side. Noosa have still got this +1 around the contest, which comes into play now.
Oh.
Kick up towards high half forward. Overhead there of Militech. Hug tries to claim the mark. Umpire says play on. Comes out now. Inboard to Austin. Austin, who had the opening shot of the game. Mongrel kick up towards centre half forward.
Oh, they're in trouble now.
Daniel Rich, he can also almost hit Jono Freeman on the chest.
Look at Bully. Bully's just sitting back as that spare man. He's going to have to track this spare bloke for Noosa. Rain inside, 50 right now. He got off the chain, and that's number 48. That's Harry Caspers there. Caspers, not the best of kicks, going deep inside 50. Again, looking for a teammate. Hat kick towards goal. One-on-one contest. Who's going to win out? Good tackle laid. Couldn't get rid of it. There's a stoppage about 5 metres out directly in front from the Tigers' goal.
Nearly 9 minutes gone in this turn. Just one scoring shot apiece. Both teams getting a feel for each other in this very quick deck. Free kick for a hold, and it will go to Noosa. And Jono Freeman, I think this is going to be a worry for Sherwood inside that forward 50, aren't they? They're going to panic a bit.
No, they haven't got a lot of... other than Bully, and I'm not sure if Bully's got the engine to go along with the likes of a Freeman. So Freeman's going to push down forward every chance he gets.
So Jono Freeman here for the Northern Tigers for back-to-back goals. Never in doubt, and the Tigers of the Noosa variety, they're 2 straight 12, lead Sherwood 1 behind. They're up to a game-high lead, 11 points, 9.5 minutes gone as Mitch Conn comes onto the ground, and the Pies are looking to swing some changes as well. Cooper Ogden has also just come on the ground too.
Well, we've called plenty of Jono Freeman over the last 12 months or so. He was brilliant for the Hornets last year as that sort of second key forward they were really looking for to win back-to-back premierships. He bobbed up and kicked 3 or 4 in the grand final last year, so he was brilliant on that day.
Yeah, he certainly was. Ash Davidson's just come off the ground here for Sherwood, and he's spent plenty of petrol tickets.
Daniel Rich has moved forward as well. Looks for Noosa, and it looks like lining up on him is Jacob Ostrich. Hopefully I got that pronouncement right. As play continues now, again, Noosa have had all the running in this first quarter coming out of the middle of the ground. Kick back inside, attacking 50. Juggling attempt at a mark. No go there. Handballs it back. Jono Freeman, brilliant smother. Ends up back with it. Gets instantly tackled. That's a sling tackle as well. Umpire says play on. Ball ends up over the boundary line.
A lot to like about this Sherwood lineup, given that they average 11 goals per week. And they would have struggled to maybe kick 11 goals over 2 to 3 weeks in the past 3 seasons. So they're really stepping up that forward pressure, and I like with what Jack Austin's able to produce.
And Austin is brilliant as that key, definitely that key target up forward, but they've got to make sure they've got that maybe 1 or 2 smalls helping him out, because if he doesn't mark it, the ball definitely comes to ground. So they need a couple of roving forwards following him around.
Well, the Pies are swinging Will Fletcher to rest up forward as well, so he's going to be that standalone key target alongside Austin. So they're going to keep Will Fletcher, the captain for Sherwood, on the ground, I suspect, at all times. As a great tackle laid there on Noosa on the outer side. Deft little tap there from, I think it was McNeese there for the Tigers. Up and under kick there from the Pies. Along the outer wing, going back, not quite taking the mark there was Ryan Crisp. And we'll see a boundary throw in outer side. And we 11.5 gone here in the turn.
Well, the skies have opened up a little bit here. Blue sky. I came up from the Gold Coast and it was pouring rain.
Oh.
So to come up here and see some blue sky is definitely a relief. As both ruckmen, looks like Ethan Harrison there for the Magpies, couldn't get to the contest. Again, Noosa gets the clearance, looking for Rich, centre forward, couldn't take the mark, handballs out, instantly gets tackled there, back in the hands of Rich, and Sherwood are trying to clear through the vice-captain, and that was Mitchell.
Up towards high centre half forward, going back with a flight of the ball there was Seb Rogers, impeded on the contest to force Noosa with an opportunity there on the outer side, linking across half back to Billy Bowes, over the top there of the intended target there in Mac Johnston. Still inside the field of play only momentarily, so Sherwood have got a chance to reset.
Look out. Oh.
Dangerous kick over the top, and Ollie Cruz will have the ball on the outer side.
Cruz on that far side. It's a fairly narrow ground this, so it's easy to pick up those players on that far side of the ground. Good lead-up target there by Hud. And Hud, or Hewed, as it looks like on the paperwork, looks to Austin. Fletcher's down there, couldn't get the kick on, but it's Austin there roving. Gets the first of the afternoon for the Magpies.
Yeah, beautiful work there by Austin. We did highlight that he is the key target to watch out for, and this football club is better for him being as part of this club as Ash Davidson comes onto the ground here for the Pies, and they've also swung the changes, bringing Bailey Thompson back onto the back line.
Looks like Nelson was coming off as well for the home side. And young Waistcoat is going back to half forward.
So 5 points the margin. It's going into script of what we'd expect between the pair.
It's a real feel, like you were saying before, Yeti, that real feeling out period in the first half of the first quarter.
And the ground is a very challenging one because it's very, very patchy, so we're going to see less predictability.
Looks like Jono Freeman's gone to the goal square, line up on number 10, Jack James. Good luck, James.
And I think it'll work out well for Noosa because Rich will lead his opponent out towards the pockets.
Exactly right.
All up towards that high centre half forward.
Good tackle. We both had the same thought at the same time.
Riley Green. I'm getting used to seeing him most weeks with Brisbane Lions having the bell in the VFL. Playing the loss last week to Gold Coast in the VFL.
Oh.
Big hit in the middle of the ground. There's Luke Mitchell tries to work his way through the Ballarat FNL product. Mitchell there with a left foot kick up towards high centre half forward. Here comes Austin. Beautiful work. He's got a good kick on him. But it hit the outside of the boot. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Noosa in the back pocket.
I was going to say it was a good side for the left footer, but unfortunately just miskicked it. Went out on the full, but here's a chance for Sherwood to lock it up. They can't give them an easy out. They've had plenty of the footy in the first quarter, Noosa. Sherwood's been chasing tail a little bit. They've got their first goal of the day.
They've got one out on the other side, Noosa.
They've switched out wide, back in board. They can go straight up the middle of the ground, decide to go exactly where Yendi was pointing. Bully's there for the Magpies. Couldn't affect it. Play on, says the umpire. Dumps his opponent. Fletcher handballs over the top, still looking for teammates. Here's a chance now, gonna go to the hot spot. Good kick. Finds Waistcoat.
That was a beautiful kick there from Owens. Very much side with the Brisbane Lions VFL system, and when he does get to play for Sherwood, he is an outstanding athlete and the smart football with a nice kick on that 45 kick to Waistcoat.
Well, Waistcoat for his first goal of the afternoon. We've been looking forward to calling him all week. Waistcoat, right foot. There's another one to the Magpies. That's his first. And they've hit the lead. 2-1-13 to Noosa. 2 straight kicks. 1 point the margin in favour of the home team.
I did say to our man Harry on the camera before, is that look out, you've made your debut, and he's the 5th debutant that I've worked with in the camera space in season 2024, and they've all been bangers, absolute top shelf. They've been the best games of footy I've seen in the VFL all year with the debutants, and they're like, oh, well, is this what it's like every week? Well, Harry,
I wish it was like that every week.
Well, it's been like a bit that way for me, mate.
Yeah, well, welcome back to QAFL Footy, my friend.
No, I've gone up a standard here.
Here we go.
Ball in the middle of the ground here. Sherwood to the last couple. Big tackle. It is a sling tackle.
Hang on. It's on.
It was an unnecessary sling tackle, and the deck is very, very hard. The free kick's been awarded, so Sherwood will take the play on the outer side. Through the outstretched attempt there from Austin. It's picked up there by Militek as they switch it across the outer side. Ball falls fortuitously there for Harry Caspers, who's creating a lot of space on the outer side. He's got Cooper Airy
Oh, good contact.
Here comes Sherwood again. They'll need to go up the corridor. They've got one loose. bring it out towards this commentary side. Not quite taken here. Noosa with a slingshot footy. The kick was ill-directed up towards Freeman. Did he duck his high?
Yeah, high shot.
And a free kick to Sherwood.
It's what happens when a bloke's about a foot and a half taller than his opponent. He's going to have a little bit of trouble getting in that zone, tackling zone. So they got away with that one, Sherwood. It was a 3-on-1.
That was the outer zone umpire, Frankie Raisin, calling that one, having the better view.
As play continues, looking for Fletcher. Fletcher couldn't take the mark. He's still roaming around, Fletcher. Oh, don't argue to the face there from Sherwood. Play on, says the umpire. Tackling pressure comes. Fletcher's got it out the back. Who's he going to go to? Decides to go down the line. Noosa's in the prime spot here. Can't take the mark. Waistcoat is there for the Magpies. Couldn't affect the tackle. Ball comes out. Look out, players coming from everywhere. Here's a chance for the Magpies to go back inside 50. Body work there from Noosa. Free kick found. And it's going to the home side.
Yes, and they're working really well, that movement from the commentary wing at a frenetic pace. And looking to become the 5th individual goal scorer today and 3 on the trot here for the Pies.
Well, we got number 35. Who we got there? Joshua James. He just got caught sort of, the meat in the sandwich type thing. It wasn't a good sight to see, but he's back up on his feet, lining up for goal to increase the home side's margin here. James. Looks like he's a left footer. Slightly left to right. Look at that comeback. That's brilliant.
Beautiful finish, wasn't it?
James with his first. And as Yendi said, the 5th individual goal kicker in this contest this afternoon. They're 3-1-19. Noosa, 2 straight kicks, 12.
How would you describe how this game's flowing at the moment?
It's a real arm wrestle, to be honest, Yendi. It just, the battle in the middle is interesting. It's a real pressure game at the moment. It's who can get on top. But it seems like once either side gets into a little bit of space, they've found some attacking options inside 50. So if it continues like that all day, we're in for a really good game.
Changing the ruck. Jono Freeman's gone to the ruck here for Noosa. Trying to work his way out of there was Reece Darling.
Nothing better for Jono Freeman. He took the ruck contest, ended up on the ground and almost got kneed in the head from a teammate. So
yes.
he's got to watch out. Peripheral vision is a must in this game.
Well,
Speaking of Freeman, he ends up with it again.
It's one of the probably the hardest grounds in all of southeast Queensland, this one. So it's even on a wet day, he's still conducive to high scoring. Ball at high half forward. Noosa here, Pettigrove. Pettigrove handballs back in board, looking for his teammate there in Horbury, the league best and fairest winner over the Ballarat competition for Redan a few years back. So as you can see, Kane, I've got my past life.
He's got a little bit of a background there, which helps.
Mitchy Con, I think Mitchy Con might have actually been from Sunbury, to be fair, and Horbs, spent some time with Horbs and obviously Militech, so there's a few ex-Ballarat and Riddle guys that I'm familiar with.
You can have a couple of beers after this with these boys, which would be good. I'm going to drive back to the coast, mate. I'm not sure about you. I can't be drinking this afternoon.
I gotta head over to other form of employment, mate.
And 50.
To Pettigrove.
Now, it's nothing worse. I mean, geez, you'd love being a coach, wouldn't you? You really would, because things like that are just not good. Not good at all. Comes in, made the umpire work a little bit from 5 minutes out, but there's a major on the board. That's Noosa's third, and that's the first for Pettigrove of the afternoon.
Yeah, so it really has been the arm wrestle affair that we've probably come to expect. And I look at both lineups, and I really think that with their results this year, I feel that they should be performing better than what they have.
They've been in a lot more games, Yendi, like you were saying before. They've found some avenues to goal. They've kicked some okay scores, and against a lot of sides, they would probably be competitive. Unfortunately, they've come up against sort of that top tier and opponent, which once they take their foot off the pedal a little bit, they get sort of outgunned, outmuscled and outplayed for long periods of time.
Not going to get better for them next week either. Unfortunately, they're facing that top echelon again for both sides as Con, he's wrapped up straight away. McNeese tried to wrestle it off his teammate.
They're definitely putting some emphasis on Con like I said earlier, he's had a good start to the year. He hasn't had a lot of the footy in this first quarter.
Yeah, well, he's a good impact player. Kick around the body there from Riley Green. It was touch play on, so the umpire rightfully called it so. Belted forward there from Billy Bowes.
Bully.
Working tirelessly, Bully, ridden into the side there. It was a good tackle laid there by Sherwood, and we'll see a ball up between wing and half forward. Noosa's attacking zone. We're 22 and a half gone with Sherwood by a point.
Well, play continues here. Jono Freeman got the tap out on that occasion. Taps it towards the boundary line, just pushes it along. Pleading for a free kick foul on the man. No, said the umpire. Looking at Bully, I must admit, looking at Bully across the back line is almost looking at Jai Lockett last week, who ended up playing centre half back for the second half. He looked a little bit like a fish out of water, but as the second half continued, he had a fair bit of the footy and did pretty well. So Bully's generally in that goal square up the end of the ground, ladies and gents. He kicked 4 goals in that game I talked about earlier to win in the game by a point against Morningside. So speaking of the Magpies, here they go again, trying to clear out some congestion. That little chip kick out is good. Handballs over the top. Juggling attempt. Instantly gets tackled. Umpire's found a free kick.
Good old Frankie Raisin.
Going to Edwards.
So Dan Edwards across half back, switches across the outer side, looking for Owens.
Oh, look at the ball bounce.
We're going to see that today. That's what this ground is very much like. Melitek through his outstretched arms as it slips over the top now. Handball back inboard here to Harrison. Can't quite gather it there with the fickle bounce. Davidson back to Owens. Back now to Urich. Kick up towards the corridor.
Smart kick.
He's got a good left foot kick on him, as we've seen already. Options have been diffused, going inside the forward 50, and a mark's been taken here by Bailey Thompson.
Geez, when he slid there, he almost dug a hole to China. It's that solid there. There was plenty of dust that came off the ground. Noosa in the prime spot. Good defensive forward pressure by the Magpies. Great tackle laid. Locks the ball in about 35-40 out directly in front.
Where's the free kick to Melitek there? We've got to look after him, the best player on this ground, said Melitek, the boy from Macedon.
I reckon Will Fletcher might have an issue with that, Yendi, as play continues now. As long as I'm not calling him Jasper again like last year, he'll be okay. Step on goal, that's brilliant! That's Leo Harrison. The guy who laid the tackle to lock that ball in ends up snapping over the shoulder from about 40 out. That was a great finish.
Yeah, it certainly was there, and it's all about those stoppages, isn't it? Just being able to make the most of those opportunities, bottle it up, those inside forward 50 stoppages, and spacing out your midfielders to create that space. And Harrison already been industrious up at half forward.
Well, it seems to be a pressure type game in this first quarter, but when you found little stoppages like that inside attacking 50, there seems to be a bit more room to move for those midfielders, and set up beautifully there for Harrison to kick his first.
And I've just got some news here from the boundary line. Will Fletcher has decided to prove me wrong. He's jumped back on the field to go, giving me the bird. Up yours, Yendi. I'm going out and showing that I will show you just how this thing is done as Noosa kicks the ball up towards the commentary wing. Bang! Good hit. Finds
Airy Bamback.
Up towards high half forward. Lovely work there by the defence there for Harris. Couldn't quite control it well enough. Strong tackle laid there by Johnson. Oh, that looked very dangerous, didn't it? On Horbury.
Fletcher got very lucky there. An inch lower and he's taken out those legs. So a little bit dangerous. He's a little bit angry at the moment, Will Fletcher. Again, hasn't had a lot of footy in the first quarter.
He heard me stick it up him too. He was not happy, Will. 50-metre penalty, free kick.
And this what happens, players are a little bit frustrated at the moment. Look at the vice-captain screaming inside attacking 50. If they move the ball quickly, he might have a chance. That's a good kick. Here's a chance. Kick into the pocket. Looking for Austin. Drops a chest mark he probably should have taken. Handballs it back. Little chip to the side. Play on, says the umpire. This is Nelson. That chip to about 20 out. No one can take the mark. Noosa Rose gets over the back, and they're trying to clear now.
So Noosa across the left back pocket there for the Northern Tigers. We've got Labrador also the Tigers. And
that's out on the floor.
Oh my goodness gracious, they thought they were the Southern Tigers for a second there, Noosa, and they've kicked the ball out of bounds on the full. There was lots of finger pointing while the ball was travelling.
Curtis McCarthy was pointing to the guy kicking the footy, go that way, and he ended up looking for McCarthy. He went straight over his head out on the full.
Right foot kick around the body, beautiful finish for the Pies that made the most of the Tigers' error, and it's a great snap around the body there from Dylan Nelson.
Well, great finish by Nelson on that occasion, but I tell you, just a little bit of little bit of misinterpretation there for the Noosa backline on that occasion.
They're in the wrong postcode, mate. They were not aligned at all. They were thinking about the next passage of play before it happened.
Postcode? I reckon they were on the wrong continent then.
Well, Queensland's a very big place. Let's be honest. Very big.
A lot bigger than Tassie, where I'm used to, mate. So
there's a couple of hours between the Southern Tigers and the Northern Tigers. So about 2 hours on the drive.
Jeez. I'm going to stick with Noosa, I reckon. You can go to the Northern Tigers. I'll go with Noosa, I think, this afternoon. As Bo Fruckman looked to go in there again. Looks like Ethan Harrison there for the Magpies. Got over the top there. Number 27 was Johnson. Again, tackle laid. And that was on Will Fletcher. Here's a chance now. Bo Fruckman go up. No clear winner. Plenty of players trying to attack the footy. Throwing themselves at it. Heading into quarter time. The home side's 5-1-31 to 3 straight kicks 18 for Noosa. Bo Fruckman again. Noosa looking to clear. Ran into a brick wall though. High tackle.
Love the work here from the umpires, the outer zone umpires. Pettigrove now. Here for Noosa. Kick inside the forward 50. Hasn't Freeman on the lead. Fall a little bit short. Here's an opportunity now. Handball back in board to Freeman. Right foot snap around the body up towards the hot spot. It's a 2-on-3 and the 2 wins and Mitch Conn takes the mark.
Well, it looked like Isaac McCarthy, 43, was in the box seat playing in front. And all of a sudden, Conn came from nowhere. Used the body. It wasn't a push on the back. Used it well and ended up getting an easy chest mark.
So Mitch Conn, question of accuracy to end the run, kicks the goal, and he kicks truly. And Kano, I'm going to throw a stat. Obviously, I'm just, I say it with tongue in cheek with young Seb Malatek, but the Sherwood had kicked 2 goals really quickly without him being on the ground. He's come back on the ground. They've got another goal. The Militek effect is well and truly on the day today.
Well, is there a stat from score from rotation?
Well,
can that be a new one we can throw in the works? Because we talk about yardage and everything else. Scores from rotation would be a brilliant one to have a closer look at.
It certainly would.
There we go. We'll I've invented that one. Well done.
We'll get our statisticians all across it. Noosa has kicked 4 goals today, all coming from set shots as well. Meanwhile, 3 of the 5 goals that Sherwood have kicked have been from set shots as well.
Well, as play continues here, again, that ruck contest is interesting. Will Fletcher playing for the umpire holding the ball. No, nothing going there. Another stoppage. Bo Fruckman go up once more. This real interesting battle in the middle of the ground. Instantly gets crunched. Noosa again trying to get that clearance out. Looking for his teammate in Fitzpatrick.
Freeman's on here.
Comes back in. Freeman down the ground. Doesn't get that far. Ball gets over the back, rolling towards the boundary line. Freeman's there trying to lay the pressure on. Here's a chance for the Magpies to clear. It look like they're going to switch to that outer side, and they find a teammate at halfback.
So looking for an option in Mitchell further down the field, and he will be on here. Rogers will try and impede, but Mitchell will turn Rogers inside out. You would feel has Austin with a long lead. Has a long 30-metre lead. Got Waistcoat all alone, one-on-one inside that forward 50. But Kano, it is quarter time.
Well, as the siren goes for quarter time, we'll run through some goal kickers quickly. Jack Austin's got 1 for the Magpies. Waistcoat 1. Harrison 1. James 1. And Dylan Nelson got 1. That beautiful snap. For Noosa, Mitchell Conn's got 1. Pettigrove's got 1. Curtis McCarthy's got 1. And Jonathan Freeman's got 1 as well for the Tigers. Well, it's quarter time here. QAFL action. We'll be back after the break.
I've
gonna say that was nearly flawless. There's one thing I want to try and get out of the game, just a little power in it, and it's not a bad thing. You know how you say number?
Oh,
Yeah. So it's if because I know in that case there you're almost sort of trying to identify players you don't really know. Just drop the thing up. And again, it's the only little tiny thing. And it's not a bad thing, it's actually a good thing. But that's why I said I know it's your brain trying to process it. If you know who it is, you'll say it and you're going, oh, I've identified the number.
Yeah.
So that's it. Like, if you just think, if I don't know the name, I'll just drop in the team. And that's something great.
And that's the thing too, mate.
So almost think, if you think of the number and you don't know the player, just go, it's just, and the only reason I know that, because that was feedback I got 13 years ago in a grand final. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. It's all been friendly dances as well.
Is that coming through your end, mate?
Okay, mate, sorry I missed you. I was just calling State League footy up here this hour. Because some bonehead left their wallet at home and Jess can't find it for the life of it, so the life of herself. So is it okay to do it out of the basket? So there's two passes, that's the fun part. So I've got the one to get in the basket, I've got like a little dongle thing that I just tap in, like a little buzzer. But in Brisbane I've got the card, and because some idiot left their stupid card in the bloody house somewhere, and you know how it is, mate. If you don't have to be somewhere for a few hours, you can take your time. That's the time you forget something. So it wasn't until I got up here. I mean, I can still, if it's not possible, I can still zip back down to the Gold Coast and get back, but then I'll get back in time to kick off, because I only adjust. So I'm sorry, that's why as soon as I realised I left my wallet at home, I got on the phone to Jess straight away, and I was like, that'd be bloody right. So I'm really sorry that throws a spanner in the works, because I requested to change up to Brisbane because I didn't think I'd have enough time. But I guess I regret it. So I'm really sorry for that. Yeah. If it does get through, if there is any, please let me know, because if that means that I have to leave here at 3/4 time to go down and come back. It's basically like a 2.25 hour round. So, but no, that's my fault. I've got to something possible for that. So, yeah, please send me a text if it's not possible. Even if I get in at 7:20 on the knockout or whatever works. So, that'd be much appreciated. I'm sorry for throwing this Lara Bingley your way. I know we've had some fun over the G's. So. Yeah, so I do appreciate that, mate. I'm sorry. Awesome, thanks, mate. Your blood's worth bottling, and you've had that a million times. I need to put that on my shirt for you. Thanks, Andy. Cheers, mate. Will do. See you, mate. Bye. Oh, no, it's just one of those survival things.
Yeah, I can't do much.
Ready to roll whenever you are, mate?
And welcome back to round 6 QAFL action here between the Sherwood Magpies and the Noosa Tigers. Coming to you from the home of the Sherwood Magpies this afternoon on this fairly nice Saturday afternoon. My name's Kane Browning. I'm still joined in the box by Chris Yendi Yend. And what did you think of that first quarter, Yendi?
There was no surprises. I felt that coming up the highway today, this was the exact game that I expected. Free-flowing, hard-attacking, end-to-end pulsating football between two sides who were about evenly matched, and they're producing exactly what I'd come to expect.
Well, just looking right in front of us here, we've got Adrian Fletcher, the former Bears former state coach, and also
Coach here.
Coached at Sherwood as well, and played for the Fremantle Dockers as well. So just shaking some hands with some locals, good to see. His young bloke's not doing too bad of a job at the Lions this year either. Jasper, as play starts for the second quarter, ladies and gents. There's another Fletcher that's kicking towards goal. Ball dribbles along. That was perfect timing on my behalf. As Austin looking for a teammate. Hits it up there. Big number 50. That's a big number. And Campbell decides to go the hot spot. Good luck marking that. Players get up. That was waistcoat on that occasion. Hat kick off the ground. That's a goal. Now, I'm not sure if he went up for the grab and then got a boot on ball somehow, but they're definitely getting around waistcoat, so he might have got number two.
Waistcoat kicked it. It was him.
Well, great, great high-flying, roving. It's like, why do I do the teammate? I can do all this myself. Easily done by waistcoat on that occasion. That was a great finish.
I'm going to shock everyone here today, and I'm going to shock Kano, particularly with a quick around the grounds in the QAFL. We've got Surfers Paradise on the road to Maroochydore.
Yep.
Surfers Paradise 117. Maroochydore 5333. The team that I perceive to be the premiership favourites is getting rolled by a team that has underperformed this year. 26 points of margin. And Wilston Grange, well, that game's already over against Broadbeach.
Oh, really?
It's 45-6 in favour of Wilson Grange. It is all happening here in the QAFL, and my goodness gracious, Kano, I have missed it. Up towards high half forward. Finds his teammate there in Curtis McCarthy. Kicked the opening goal for Noosa in the first term. Spearing kick inside the forward 50.
Look at that. Oh.
Couldn't quite hit Reese free. Still inside the field of play. Sherwood, dangerous kick at that.
Good grab.
But it does fall in the arms here of Owen Collins, and they settle across centre half back.
Well, Collins had to. Oh, great effort there by Noosa. Handballs it back. Looking for the big man, Jono Freeman. Bit far to stretch down to the ankles on that occasion. Instantly gets tackled to half forward. Missed opportunity there for Noosa. Great effort, though, by that roving player to cut that switch off. That was brilliant by the young man. Both ruckmen go up once more. Fletcher's right in the mix of it. That was Freeman as well laying that tackle. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Not a lot of options, so he handballs it over the top. Bit of a juggling attempt. Fletcher's there, looking for Mitchell, and Mitchell gets pushed over the line by Con.
Mitch Con having an impact. The one player that's not having an impact, the first look that I've seen of him in the QAFL is Daniel Rich, the ex-Brisbane Lion. A valuable asset to this team, a valuable asset to this competition here in the QAFL as it misses both ruckmen. Slip over the top there. Mitchell thought he had an opportunity. It comes out to Fletcher. Fletcher now sidesteps his opponent here on the commentary wing. It corralled. Kick along the boundary line. Out of bounds on the floor.
She's just about killed the old lady down there on the fence.
Well,
that was lucky.
She's a young 21-year-old there with a few decades of experience on the back there, mate.
Sorry, my mistake.
Oh, look, apparently, touch.
Oh, touched off the boot as well, even better.
So
she almost ended up with Sharon imprinted on her forehead there, so very lucky indeed. Ducked at the last split second.
No one's safe here.
No,
at Sherwood.
Not at all.
One of the best venues to watch footy here in Queensland.
Well, play continues here. Both ruckmen go up. Magpies winning on that occasion. Here's a chance, though, for Noosa to clear. Plenty of numbers around the footy. Looking for Rich. Couldn't get hands on the footy. Look at the players come together here. Oh, a little bit high. Play on. Advantage, says the umpire. That could be out on the full, though.
Yep.
And is.
So the kick coming off the boot there of Jacob Urich.
I like that too. Urich was going, oh, can't we take that back? It's like, no, you ran 30 metres and kicked the ball out on the full, mate. Sorry. That's advantage, my friend.
Is this where you pull out the Uno reverse card?
Oh, Uno reverse card.
Free kick. Free kick at
There's a
half
game back from the childhood.
Oh, never changed, mate.
Oh.
Noosa across half-back. They lead by, Sherwood lead by an equal game-high margin, 13 points as Militek has the ball across the back pocket, switches it out now to Nathan Horbury. The Redan and Macedon players combine along with Mitch Conn, formerly from Melton. So all my past life victorious coming back up towards Jono Freeman. And we've got the best seat in the house with our man Harry. We're all wild about Harry today, making his debut today. We're very pumped here on the boundary line, making a debut on the camera in the AFL space. Kane Browning here on the call.
Well, James is doing a considerable job on Freeman when he goes forward at this present stage. He's been pretty good. Smaller body, lacks a little bit of height against the likes of a Jono Freeman, but he's done well. Noosa trying to clear again, that blind turn. Play on, says the umpire. Here's a chance for Con. Looking to fall forward. That's a good grab.
That's Riley Green.
That's Riley Green. He's had a great start to this game this afternoon. Handballs are over the top. Magpies trying to clear. Defensive 50, looking for an option. Goes in short, back in board. That's a dangerous kick. Here's a chance for Con. Play on, says the umpire. That's a good kick back inside 50. And it looks like he's found Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman, a very tall and imposing figure. And just want to give a bit of an update on Riley Green as well. It looks like Sherwood probably won't have access to him for much of the season, given the injuries that's been sustained in the Brisbane Lions AFL lineup.
Geez.
So it means, unfortunately for this team, that Riley Green will be spending a lot more time playing VFL footy.
Well, you want him playing at the highest level he can, so good opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, Freeman has missed that one. Another minus score. That's actually their first minus score of the afternoon for the Tigers. 4-1-25 to 6-1-37. Sherwood leading. And here's a chance for him to come out full-back once more.
6.5 minutes gone here in this turn. Big score there from Rogers Kilt. Spiked the ball to ground. Matt Johnson comes through.
Waistcoat.
Free kick in the back.
Pushing the back.
So it's a very hot game of football. So this is the young star in Kean Mallon. Spots up his teammate. They've got Freeman long up towards the top of the square. That's where the ball will go. Some good defensive work done there from Sherwood. Although Freeman front and square, snaps around the body. Snaps around too hard. He's kicked his second point. That is Noosa's second point. Margin cut back to 11 points.
Gee, he's pretty good on the old snap is Jono Freeman, generally. So to see him miss a couple of those is an interesting one, as the Magpies come out fullback once more, looking for Bully. Gets absolutely crunched. Play on, says the umpire. Magpies trying to get the ball back out. Gets pushed over the line. Was the young man Xavier Knight.
Wilson Grange, 39 points up over Broadbeach.
As Bully goes back to, looks like he's at spare man defence.
So Noosa's got one loose somewhere. It will be around this contest, I think. It is around this contest. That's Horbury, who's just right off your camera. So we'll see a stoppage. So I think Noosa are looking to play an extra behind the ball, with Sherwood predicting a lot more influx coming in. Over the top now. Lovely tackle. Had no prior opportunity. Knocked out in the tackle, hence why it is called play on there. Mac Johnson, he's stripped of it. It is umpire appreciation round. That's why I'm wearing my colours today. Kick comes out, it'll kiss the chalk, and that is a boundary throw in, centre wing commentary side.
That couldn't be any more on the line there. We were looking at that right in front of us. Nice little puff of chalk came up right on the line. So it's going to be a boundary throw-in right in front of us here in the broadcast area.
Right in front of Harry too, our main man on the camera today.
Harris playing the front spot, got the tap to the ground, looking for Fletcher, couldn't get hands on it. Fletcher's still trying to lay the pressure. That could be in the back. No, says the umpire. That was a brilliant tackle by Leo Harrison.
I'm going to make Kane's jaw drop again. Morningside are one of the premiership favourites. They only lead Mount Gravatt by 3 points in the second term. That is a tight one.
Well, it's good to see the Vultures get a bit of reward for effort here. That's a throw. Play on, says the umpire. Again, looking for Rich. He's been a bit absent at the moment. Bully handballs it back to a teammate. Going to go down the line here. Got to put the body on the line, Knight, and does. Ball gets punched clear right in front of us in the broadcast area.
That is the second time that Seb Rogers has done that in the last 60 seconds of play. With a few big kicks, he's playing more that defensive role. In the first quarter, he was playing more high half forward towards the wing. Now he's playing more defensive. He's shutting down Waistcoat. He's going that defence, which is strong for his talent. Ball slips out the back now. Sherwood under enormous pressure there was Juric. They've got an extra number here. Lovely hot tackle. Right foot kick. It'll go out towards the 3-on-2. And it should suit the 3. Good tackle there from Austin. Just got the handball out. Waistcoat came in a little bit too hot, and we'll see a boundary, a ball up around about 45 metres out from goal. It's 11 points the margin, and we're about 10 minutes into the second term.
Well, it was good pressure there by Austin and Waistcoat because there was a 4-on-2 in favour of the Tigers. Waistcoat lays another tackle, wraps him up. That ball's not going anywhere. We're about 45 out, close to the boundary line. Looks like Austin's pinching in the ruck. That's not a good idea. Noosa's going to clear this ball. That up and under torpedo, good luck. That's a mark to the Tigers, though.
Fitzpatrick.
And that's Fitzpatrick. Thank you very much, Yenby.
One of the great players to watch here at Noosa.
Fitzpatrick goes down the line, again looking for Freeman. There is a chance for Rich. That booming left foot kick, kicking towards the hot spot. Foot race here. Who's going to win out? Looks like it's going to be Sherwood. Got to be clean. Instantly gets tackled. Play on, says the umpire. And Noosa and the Magpies look to clear once more.
Davidson spots up Hudd. Meters in the clear in front of his opponent there, and Tommy Monaghan. His bullies just come off for a spell. Spots up Juric. Around the grounds too with Palm Beach lead Redland by 2 points.
Geez, that's a massive game between those two this afternoon.
Yeah, poor kicking from the Sharks, so there's 3 goals, 8 in that total.
Oh.
Kick up towards the middle of the ground now. There's Fitzpatrick again, getting industrious. Left foot kick inside the forward 50 to Freeman. Can't quite take the mark. He recovers at ground level, has no support. Now he does there from Rich. Concedes ground, right foot kick up towards the top of the square. There's an option there in free, but he's manoeuvred out of the ball beautifully. And Sherwood will look to bring it out towards the commentary side.
How good was that for a one-on-one contested mark? That was brilliant on the last line by the Magpies. Comes out now, looking for Nelson. That big body got in front. Play on, says the umpire. Dangerous handball, though. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Instantly gets tackled, drops it. Umpire says that was a throw. Here come the Magpies. Looking for a teammate. That little chip finds Mitchell.
So Mitchell here across half back here for the Pies. Spears
Good
it up.
kick.
It's a little bit too hard there on the chest there of Austin. Here comes Fitzpatrick again. 3 disposals in 60 seconds. That wasn't his most conventional one. Puts his teammates under pressure. Plural in that case. Back to Fitzpatrick. Good use of the body there as Noosa switch it across the
Here we go.
There's Con. Con will be the next link in the chain, you'd probably feel. And that's where the ball will go. Con under enormous pressure, but he marks. Now to Freeman. Freeman, it's that academic. The kick is perfect, and he'll go back and have a shot.
First real chance that the Tigers have had to rebound the footy from defence like that. And Sherwood were nowhere near him on that occasion.
Back in board now. And he finds Jess Tui, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal.
But the Sherwood had the ball. Austin dropped that easy chance. I was probably the one that put him off. I was saying he'd already taken the mark, so
he
apologies.
He probably thought he had it.
Apologies to Austin, but that ball got instantly turned over and ended up in the hands of Freeman.
A Tui here for the Tigers. They've kicked 4 goals today, all from set shots. This will be number 5. Pulls the trigger from long range. It'll go up towards the top of the square. Freeman flies. Ball hits the ground. Dangerous here for the Pies. They haven't got many options. Coming out across half back. Took a little bit off the kick mark taken there by Ollie Cruz.
Here they come now. Not the best of handballs. Put himself under a bit of pressure there. Handballs it back. Looking for a teammate. I don't know what kind of kick that was. Definitely wasn't a drop punt. Rolling over the boundary line in front of the Noosa coaching box there, Coach Leuenberger. Bit to think about going into half-time.
Wilson Grange, 46 points up over Broadbeach at the moment, 59-13.
Well, the beast looks like it's been unleashed up there. They've had a good start to the year. Wilson Grange had a couple of losses they probably would argue they shouldn't have lost. Holding the man, says the umpire. So they'll go to a tiger. McCarthy again. He's had a pretty good first half, McCarthy. I've liked the way he's played. Decides to play on. Waistcoat was trying to shut that down. Right to the forward pocket. Freeman was there once more. What a punch over the line. But guess who it was?
Oh, he's an absolute gun.
Green.
He is... I've been very privileged, I think 4 or 5 times this year, to see him in the VFL do that. He doesn't rack up the disposals that a lot of other VFL players tend to get. But his defence work is enormous.
He's an essential cog, isn't he? He just exactly what you'd want as a coach. Speaking of what you want as a coach, here comes Waistcoat over the back. Here's a chance. Nelson's there, one-on-one. Who's going to outmark? Oh, good work by the Tigers. Ends up in the hands of a Magpie, though. Runs into an open goal. That was Hud. That's his first of the afternoon, and that's Sherwood's 7th. 7-1-43 to the visitors, 4-2-26.
15 and a half gone here in this second term. And we're out to a game-high lead, 17 points, Kano. Things are starting to get a little bit dangerous now, given that Noosa fumbled a lot of crucial opportunities. The game has been living in their forward half of the ground.
Well, again, yeah, it's a small period of time, isn't it? 4 or 5 minutes where you've got a fair bit of the footy. You've got the ground. You've got the metres gained game going inside your attacking half. And the first time you turn the ball over, it ends up going the full length. And Hud on that occasion, beautiful finish.
Well, they had that +1 and in attack there. Sherwood, it worked out well to their advantage as Collins squeezes the kick out there towards Harrison, who's been dangerous. Free kick holding the ball, so if Noosa want to go, they've got to go now. And they do, up towards high half forward. Fitzpatrick now. Fitzpatrick can almost kick this. He pulls the trigger from long range, up towards Freeman! Beautiful.
You knew when that ball went in, as good as the young man in James has been down back on him, one-on-one, playing in front, he was never going to drop that.
And that's why I was sort of saying Noosa had to go straight away because they had the space before Sherwood could settle. So Jono Freeman, he's already had 2 shots on goal for the quarter, left the umpire with a little bit of work to do, but that's gone through for a goal, and that's cut the margin back to 11 points.
Well, 2-2, Jono Freeman this afternoon. He could have kicked 4 straight. But, and again, it's just the opportunity, isn't it? You got a big body down there right on the goal square against a smaller opponent, playing in front. But mind you, he had plenty of work to do. He took a great contested mark in the end, right on that goal square, and a good finish in the end. And Noosa has sort of responded straight away with that goal, which is good to see.
Maroochydore holding off Surfers Paradise by 12 points.
Ooh.
Morningside holding off Mount Gravatt by 11 points. We've got Palm Beach, Currumbin getting some separation, 15 points over Redland, and Wilson Grange by 39 over Broadbeach.
Well, Palm Beach haven't lost a game this year so far. It's a good return for 2024 for them, as Noosa cut that one off across half back. Here's a chance to find a bit of open space. Unfortunately, instantly gets cut off at half back, and here come the Magpies. They've got Knight. Short in stature, but not on work rate. Knight looking for Waistcoat, who unfortunately got caught behind. And Noosa are trying to clear once more. Handballs it back. Waistcoat puts the pressure on. That's a good turnover. Austin ends up with it about 90 metres out. Austin goes to the hot spot. Waistcoat roving. What a mark! I thought he was going to stay down and rove, got up over the pack, and that was a great overhand mark by the young man in Waistcoat.
Yeah, put that on the old highlight reel there. Waistcoat certainly presented well. Already kicked the goal in this quarter after launching and not taking a mark in the first time, but here he's got an opportunity to mark and goal in spectacular fashion.
Well, got to finish off your good work, young man. Comes in now. Right foot kick. Is it going to hold the line? No. Just to the right. Just ruined all the praise we gave you, Mr. Waistcoat.
Oh, he's certainly impressed, hasn't he?
And again, you give him a bit of, motivation. He was a little bit lackluster. Put the pressure on, force a turnover. Unfortunately, couldn't finish. Speaking of turnovers, that's a great mark.
That's Rogers here. Curtis McCarthy.
Curtis McCarthy on the ruckman too, which is always nice.
You got Rich further down the line, but Sherwood +2 to the left hand of your screen. So we've got extra defenders into a one-on-one contest. Ball hits the deck, they're free. Strong tackle laid there by Noosa. So they've got out of that okay. The Tigers, Sherwood playing very well defensively.
What do you think of Rich Yendi? He's sort of been playing that half-forward role. I'm not quite sure whether he can get in the game playing that role, but he's moved deeper forward now. But here's a chance for Bully. I'll let you think on that one. Hands it back to Green. Beautiful smother. Still ends up with it. Finds Bully once more. Here come the Magpies looking for a teammate that could be turned over. They've got the outnumber. Here's a bit of a chance for some space through Mitchell. Kick down the line.
Austin will be the target.
Austin deep forward, misses him and finds, guess who? Will Fletcher.
Yeah, it was a good kick going on that outer side, and Will Fletcher, he is probably one of few players in the Sherwood lineup that you would confidently say kick this. And that's not to put the mouth on it, but he's a very, very good kick on goal.
Well, is the commentator's curse. He decided to kick it off. Didn't decide to go for goal and found the big fella Nelson lean out from full forward. Decided
to take the P155 out of me and do the team thing.
Has Will Fletcher got a bit of clairvoyant thing going between you two? Because you say something and he ends up almost listening to what you say and acts on it.
So maybe if I say I'll have do a short kick from 60 metres out and go to the barrel.
Well, here's Nelson for their 8th. Oh, hits the behind post. Look at that point post wobble, ladies and gents. There's the breeze has actually picked up. It's coming from behind us, pushing across the ground, and Noosa will clear from full back.
So they'll find Monaghan on the outer side. Haven't got too many options further there as Sherwood have floated numbers back. Probably need to switch it out towards the commentary side. So Sherwood should gather the ball here. Urich. Handball through the corridor. Lovely work here from the Pies. Up towards centre half forward. Looking for Austin and Militek. Ball hits the ground.
Good tackle.
Had no prior opportunity. Frankie Raisin says, yes, he did have prior opportunity. And it might be on here, said Militek.
Oh, that's it. Don't do that,
That's
Nelson.
A 50 penalty. It will go. It'll put the Pies right on the goal line.
I don't think it's 50.
Was it been reversed?
No.
Oh.
No, it looks like Knight has it. But Nelson was very lucky not to get that reverse.
Yes.
Because he just grabbed the nearest Noosa bloke and decided to sling him to the ground. So very lucky there. Here's a chance for Knight.
So Xavier Knight, he's saying for the left-hand goalpost. Watch it curl through to the right. No, he left it too much. Minor scores. So they've missed a couple of chances in this quarter.
Mate, that was like my goal swing. That came off the side of the club and was nowhere near it, unfortunately, for young Knight there. But set up once more. Noosa decides to go straight up the middle, looking for Freeman. Got pushed under the footy. James is out the back. Good pressure from the young Tiger there. Handballs to a Magpie. Magpies trying to find a bit of space. Decide to hack the kick off the ground. Noosa end up with it once more. Freeman around the mark. Putting that extra bit of pressure on. Bully at the back. Kicks down the line. All the numbers are with Noosa though. And it gets cut off.
So Horbury will look to bring the ball up towards the corridor. His former BFNL interleague teammate and Con now, right foot kick across the outer side. They've got Curtis McCarthy long inside that forward line. That option has been shut down. No, it hasn't. He's just put it more up the corridor. Had to come from behind. The strong courage there from Jack James.
How good has James been this afternoon on that last line?
He's been that brick wall, hasn't he?
He has been that brick wall. Between him and Green, they've both been really good going into half-time.
I think in answer to your question before about Rich, I actually want to see him play more across half-back to give him that more focus. out of bounds on the full. But I want to see Rich play probably 90 metres out from goal, and so he can kick that ball long.
He's getting a little bit lost in
At half forward.
at half forward. They're sort of bypass at the moment. As that ball drops a bit short, the Magpies are coming again. Handball to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for Austin. Instantly gets tackled there. Numbers are with Noosa. Speaking of Con, there he is again. Handballs it out. Kick towards that half forward line, and on that second last line of defence, the Magpies separate once more.
So Owen Collins here. They're going to have to hold it up a little bit. Going down the line here might be challenging because all the play has come across to this commentary side.
Look at it. Every player is on this side of the ground at the moment. It's crazy to see.
Austin will go up for the fly there for the Pies. Noosa just hacks it forward there from Seb Rogers. Looking for Mac Johnson. Ridden into the back, so it will be a free kick here to Noosa. Sherwood a +2 in defence, so Pettigrove's going to hold it up, or maybe find a Rich, and he does. Now Rich is going to go back now to kick the goal, doesn't he?
You can see that coming from a mile away. Rich ran back inside attacking 50 and then doubled up to the ball carrier. That was a brilliant lead. Just a bit of smarts.
Smart's forward, isn't it?
Smart from one of the longest kicks we've seen in the AFL football.
So Daniel Rich plays on now, pulls the trigger, left foot kick, it's home.
Look at that.
Beautiful kick. Daniel Rich goes bang. And the margin cut back to 7 points. It's game on here at Sherwood. And this is exactly the game that we expected. It's delivering on all accounts.
Well, again, you've got the clairvoyant thing going on here, Yendi, because I tell you wind him roving around 70, 80 metres out, hit up the lead, and then launch the bomb as we're used to seeing him in those Brisbane Lion colours.
30 seconds ago, I was like, no, just chuck him to half back. And we said, well, he's getting lost at half forward. Well, they're doing the opposite of what they're predicting today, aren't they?
Well, we're seeing what's happening in front of us, and they're proving us wrong, and with perfect timing as well, which is even better for us commentators.
And the waistcoat's just come back on the ground, the human highlight reel.
He's been really good for him down forward. I've liked the way he's, especially his defensive side of his game has been good in the first half. Play continues. Bit of a juggling act here. Speaking of Knight before, lays a pretty good tackle. Ball gets held up. Right in front of us here on the broadcast side. As play continues, both ruckmen go up. Again, interesting battle. Fletcher's in there. Gets it stolen though. Here come the Tigers. Diving attempt to mark from Bully. Ball drifts out. Extra number forward. Oh, that was brilliant by Green once more. The wall, the last line defence, dumping tackle, free kick to the Magpies.
Good decision there on the outer side. Just come in a little bit too aggressive. And the recipient there, Will Cruz, who'll bring it out towards the commentary side. They're +1 on this side of the ground here, Noosa. But it's irrelevant at this point in time because, Kano, it is half-time and a quarter that went just 27.5 minutes.
Well, not a lot of goals scored in that second quarter. Just goes through some goal kickers again. Austin's got one. Hud's got one. Waistcoat's got two with that brilliant leap. Harrison one. James one. And Nelson's got a couple. On the other side of the coin, you got Jono Freeman's kicked a couple. Rich kicked one, that nice 70-metre bomb. And Curtis McCarthy, Pettigrove and Con all have singles going into half-time. Well, we've got a nice long break here coming up, ladies and gents. Plenty of QAFL action here. Not a lot on the scoreboard. 7-3-45 to 6-2-38. Favour of the home side. We'll come back for third quarter QAFL action as soon as we can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
just want to make note of something I want to sort of try and build into your game a little bit. I had to play on the far side of the ground.
Yeah.
And when whoever it was took the mark, I can't remember, had some time to settle, like just had that momentary pause. I had that quick glance to the left-hand side and saw that next option.
Yep.
Sort of a thought. The more you do that, you sort of hand across and go, yeah, it's about a 40 or 50 metre. But if he's got enough space there, it's probably going to go to him.
Yep.
So that's why whoever it was across half back there.
I know the play.
Yeah, it might have been Hawks. And he's kicked the ball out there. I'm like, yeah, so and so's got to be the next option.
Yep.
And then it was. But you know, that man Harry on that hasn't got that on camera. So a lot of that, when there is that stoppage, is you look to move swiftly down the field. Spend that half second just going, okay, what's the next option? Drop it. Whether I'm specialist drop it, I might zip in and go, hey, they've got that option there. And then you finish off the top. So being that Nostradamus, so we talked about Nostradamus.
I'm trying to think, was it Oracle?
Oracle there, boy, yeah.
I was going to throw the Oracle line.
Yeah. It's fun watching the around the ground. Now Broadbeach at that point, they were 40 odd points down, and now they're only back to 31.
I mean, it's really a good season.
If I had to tip the smoke in the grand final, I was going Morningside and Surfers, and that'd be it.
Mate, I'll say yes. More we can play that up.
Yeah.
Depending on
Yep.
if it stays.
No, we're gonna keep playing it up.
Perfect, because they have about
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, when I did get the message there from the president, like, you know, there's going to be some positive changes. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I can see it straight away.
Then, mate,
Yeah. Exactly.
Here we go.
Yeah. Exactly.
Keep that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Keep that and then build around that.
Yeah. How are you, mate?
I'm tired.
What's wrong? What have you been doing?
Oh, I'll send you the video.
Yeah.
I had someone chase me home on Wednesday.
What?
Yeah.
You alright?
Oh, it was fucked. The police are all over it. Some loose.
So you okay though?
Yeah, I'll be better if we win a game. It's been 3 weeks.
Oh, today's a lucky day. So you haven't had much sleep. You've been at the cop shop.
Oh no, he lives 100 metres from me. So yeah.
Tell me it's not one of those situations where you might have to vacate the premises.
No, but I know his name, his address, what his mum's name is. He doesn't know anything about me. It's just that. It's more about self-control.
So footy has come at a good time for you because you need that distraction.
Yeah.
Poor bugger.
No, I'll be right.
We're cheering you on. I wish I could stick around and watch. I've got to go to SEN afterwards, but I'll be cheering from the car. I might be able to watch 20 minutes.
We'll be right.
Good on you, mate. Bring it home. How you feeling, mate?
Going alright.
You handling the transition in the new sport okay?
Oh, I filmed the AFL like last year. This is my first solo competition. Yeah, but I mean, I don't watch AFL, so it's like apparently I was doing pretty shit last year. And then I had like training some person for like this, and I had dairy, and I was like, yeah, way too soon now.
Yeah, okay. You need to sort of go in a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But so what other things have you filmed previously?
Sorry.
What other sports have you filmed previously?
So I filmed rugby union and I filmed mainly soccer. So I've got soccer after this.
They're easy to film because it's like you're not constantly moving from one side to the next.
Yeah, you don't have someone just
I hear when I was doing commentary back home in Victoria, this is before we had the live. Actually, I think we had the live stream stuff, but we were doing it as a radio station. We were feeding our call throughout the airwaves, but also into the camera. And the guy who used to listen to the call, if I said to him, if the ball's right centre, ball's right here, I kick the ball 50 metres, he's like, okay, 50 metres. Like he's automatically planning for something a little bit longer. So he was listening to our call to determine just how far to move the camera to your right or your left. But that was some of the advice that he gave, or some feedback that he gave that actually helped me. But that was just a learning. It's a whole learning process.
Yeah, I sort of get like zoned in a bit too much.
Yeah.
Sometimes the guys are looking tuned out. So yeah, I'll try my best.
It's all part of the experience for you. I'm going to take a stab at your age and say maybe like 23. Very. And you've only been doing this sort of stuff for a few years.
This is my second year.
Yeah. And that's why, like, I was sort of getting having a check earlier. Oh, you're going to be in for a tough day with us. It's like at the end of the day, when you've got the commentary team, it's like when the red light's on, everyone's on. But after that, it's like you just roll with it. What we do is no better than what you're doing. What you're doing is really important. So we have the cherry on the top in terms of that calling, but what you do is really important, and we're all a team. That's why I tried to embed it in your name. Like I try and plug everyone that I have the privilege of working in the camera with, because we are a team. I think it's the best fun to. I'll go back and watch highlights of this game and I'll admire the work that you've done. And as someone who's done production stuff before, I could never do what you do. Not in a million years, even though I've done it before. I find it really, really hard. Because I find it hard to follow the play. I find it hard to follow the play when I'm playing forward. So what you do is it's a great talent to have. Even though it's developing. Like over the next couple of years, the more you do it, you'll be stuck.
I always sort of struggle when there's like a set, I don't know if you call it set piece or like a mark that's around the goal post. Because it's like, I know I need to be zoomed in on the kicker, but like in football, you always try and, on soccer, you always try and keep the goal in the shot most of the time.
On the right hand side.
Yeah. So it's like, and they take like, I don't know, 10 metres steps behind. Well, I can't have the goal post and shot now.
No, you can't. Yeah, because they're going right back.
Yeah. Well, past the so.
Yeah. Now that is a big challenge. If the ground's small, or if you're tucked away, say where the scoreboard is over there in this room, because sometimes you get put in challenging spots. Like this is one of the best spots in all of football. We've got a better spot than the coaches. The home side are there, the away coach is there, but the best spot is here, because you want to be dead set centre. But if you're tucked away in that pocket, that's where you can sort of open it up a little bit, and you can still get the goals, but still get the play doing the 400-metre run up behind the mark.
Yeah, I haven't really been on a AFL overly
Yeah.
Like most of them have been pretty good. Like I was like I've done here on the Hornets, and I was doing Hornets last week.
Yeah.
And
It's a great spot to be.
I mean, I actually think this is a bit better.
Yeah.
The parking
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? I remember I did a VFL game a couple of years ago, and we have with the Hornets, you've got two rooms that we can cover. Well, there's three rooms there, but I was calling in the middle room and had the camera off in the left-hand side as soon as you walk in the door, and the ball came so close. This guy from Aspen, who's no longer playing footy anymore, he came through with the spoil, and the ball went perfectly through the window where the camera op was. nearly took out the camera and smacked. So the ball's come through and it smacked the wall really hard. So he's just gone bang, come on for a perfect angle. And if I had he had twisted his fist a little bit more like that, he would have taken out the camera. Like, oh, like that's when you're really sitting on top of the action. Or is he a little bit further away?
I don't know if it was there when you were there, but they have like this bar against the window, and that was what frustrated me because you sort of try and get to the near side here, and you have to sort of zoom out, but you're just filming the window.
Yeah.
That's what really gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
I mean, down at Broad Beach soccer and that sort of stuff, I'm filming like past 5 minutes. The wind shade, it's just dreadful.
Yeah. Labrador's worse from an AFL perspective because you've got a big giant light tower, and you're shooting outside the window, but yet there's nothing you can do. If you're centre wing and you pan a little bit to the right, there's a big light tower. If something happens there, within 5 metres of it, you lose sight of everything. It's terrible spot to film. And they ban commentary because the internet signal's terrible, so they don't do live streaming. Kane and I have done some of the best calls at Labrador, and there's been so many technical issues, and it's just not. But even doing, I do a lot of stuff in the VFL space, and it's if you ever get a chance to go, have you been out to Springfield yet? If you get out to Springfield, that is the cream of the crop, the piss and resistance of broadcasting. I mean, Kane and I are going to Carrara tomorrow for the NFL, and we've got the rare opportunity where we sit where the main TV crew go. But because there's no AFL game on tomorrow following it, we get to go in there. So you're dead set, they've got a line there, and you sit the middle of the camera on the line, and you can pan through and do everything you really want. And it's the same with Springfield, but every other ground, you're open to the elements. So even at Springfield and Carrara, if you've got the rain, if it's raining, you don't have to worry about the wind or anything blowing at you, whereas if we had rain today, we'd be in the spot box.
It's like, maybe don't need that.
Yeah.
Are you going to skip training?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Have you done that? Yeah. Were you there last year for the basketball camps? Yeah. Oh, it's the worst, isn't it? It's terrible. It's one of the big, and they're going to be there again this year because it's not a big contract. So a friend of mine, she runs it there. She runs all the junior competitions for Basketball Australia. Great for her because it's the only place that she doesn't have to worry about getting accommodation because she lives 5 minutes up the road. So she's like, hey, I'm going to try and get as many tournaments there as possible.
Hopefully our third quarter.
Yeah, but he's super. Oh, I'd say for the goal goals like because you might have 10 kicks to watch out for, and you've got to basically get 100% out of each individual 10. Oh, it's all position. Whereas umpires, amateur umpiring himself for half an hour in the sport, there's a lot more to it. Yeah. No.
I heard you being like a star. Is that right? So it gave you a chance to tell me how well you were going.
So he's almost better off standing at
15 and 2 goals.
5 minutes away from whatever. We can jump on the air and have a chat. If we're rapping for a while about Harry today, so.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the home of the Sherwood Magpies for round 6 QAFL action. Well, the home side have got the lead at the moment, 7-3-45 to 6-2-38, 7 points the margin. They're playing off against the Noosa Tigers. Coach Lundberger might have had a little bit to think about at the half-time break. My name's Kane Browning. I'm still joined here on this lovely Saturday afternoon by the great man, Chris Yend. Welcome back, Chriso. And I tell you, what do you think of that first half?
What are we talking about the game here, or are we talking about the one that's happening between Morningside and Mount Gravatt? I mean, let's be honest, that is... We're going to pump that up. The Morningside, from afar, due to other commitments this year, I've had the privilege of sitting back, listening to your commentary and reading out the lovely work. I think is it from young Ali?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's how I get my QAFL fix. For me, Morningside and Surfers Paradise are probably the two sleepers in the competition that I think would finish in the top 3, top 4. Mount Gravatt, we know the troubles they've had. And in terms of player retention, big issue in the off-season, new coach, but they are within 6 points of Morningside. And Morningside, I looked at their lineup, they are fully stacked with their quality
They are
side.
littered with talent, Morningside.
And if one Wiley Buzzer hadn't transferred his services to Southport, if he had been playing at playing at Brisbane Lions, he would be playing in this game too. So there's but I just want to praise Mount Gravatt. For those who are watching, it's 38-44. They've been really close, neck and neck, all the way through. This is the result that QAFL footy needs, because we need Mount Gravatt. They've had the tough year, but they come up and they start to improve week on week. There's almost shades of Sherwood about it, because we saw Sherwood over the last couple of years. They needed one result to go their way in it just being competitive, and it just gave them that confidence to keep pushing through.
No, you're definitely right there. Having that youth around, we talked about during the break, we've kept a close eye on Mount Gravatt, the both of us, and I've seen them a little bit this year. It's not from lack of effort. That youthful exuberance, they bust their tails every week, and you might look at the scoreboard and go, well, we've been pumped again, but that effort from that young group of players has been brilliant for season 2024. There's definitely something to build around.
And Sherwood can relate, because they're used to having the 17, 18-year-olds. Just gave a thumbs up to the old Prez there, Tomo, who has been in the trenches for Southport as president for a long time.
Well, third quarter QAFL action here. We'll get back to what we thought of the first half as Noosa get the first clearance of the second half. Going inside, attacking 50, looking for Rich. Rich got outplayed on that occasion. Here comes Green again on that last line. 2-on-1 in favour of the Tigers. Brings the ball to ground. Good roving from the Magpies. Waistcoat is up there. Brilliant body work. Austin running into an open goal. Looks for Nelson. Can he get there? Whitefoot check side. First goal on the board for the second half goes to the Maggies.
Beautiful. That is good as coast to coast is what you'll see this afternoon. Fantastic work there by the Pies. And, of course, probably the X factor today for this entire game is Waistcoat. That little flick-back pass opened up space, because when you're in transition like that, space opens up, and they were able to do it.
Now, you've called a fair bit of VFL footy, mate, and you've watched AFL for a long, long time. Has he got a little bit of Aaron Davey about him?
He does.
He does, doesn't he?
He does.
Like, whether it's at ground level or in the air, quick on his feet, quick in the mind. He's been really good in the first half and the start of this third quarter, seeing that goal to Nelson.
Yeah, that is a highlight. If there ever was one, that'll be featuring on the highlights reel, I reckon, at the business end of the season, with just that beautiful team passage of play here. Both teams have really come out. But this is just a really tight contest. I think we can say it over and over again, that it's one that we've really come to appreciate and expect. And they're teams that will challenge. I just think that I look at both lineups, they're definitely better than what the results suggest.
And Hudd is another one for me for the Magpies, number 2. He's been really good in the first half as well, whether he's drifted down back, across half back, or pushed up forward. That's a high shot.
So it'll be a free kick to Sherwood in the middle of the ground there to Ollie Cruz.
Here he comes.
Looking for waistcoat. Rogers.
Guess what?
Waistcoat snaps around the body.
No way!
Got it!
It's a
Free
push.
kick. It's a free kick to Hudd.
Oh.
No, free kick against Hudd.
Oh. I don't know what Hudd was meant to do in that situation, because now...
No, it is a free
No,
kick.
it is a free kick. That's what we thought.
It is a free kick to Liam Hudd for a push, but the Noosa player did get there. He was a meat and a sandwich, Liam Hudd. With ice in his veins in season 2024. Bang, he's got another one. We're at a game-high lead. 90 points here at Sherwood, Kano, and ominous signs here for the young Pies. They're putting on an exhibition.
Well, again, we're doing pretty well for the timing of our comments, because I just spoke about Hudd drifting down forward or drifting down back. All of a sudden, find him in the goal square. I reckon waistcoat might be a little bit dirty on him, because it was probably a beautiful snap from about 40 out, right on the goal line, and Hudd got the free kick. So that's still going down on the stat sheet for Hudd, but waistcoat might have thought himself a bit unlucky.
Yeah, well, it's all about getting the results there at the end of the day, isn't it? But it's
Do the team thing.
It was a 2-on-1 there in the goal square. 2 defenders for Noosa and one forward there for Sherwood. So the right result come about.
No, the transition game from Sherwood I've been really impressed with, actually, in the first half, which is saying a lot considering the year they had last year, and I didn't see a lot of opportunities for them to play like that. So they've had a number of opportunities this afternoon to rebound from defence into attack that's come dividends. Both ruckmen go up once more. Fletcher was in there. Instantly got tackled was Harrison. Another stoppage right in the middle of the ground. Both ruckmen again. Ball drops in between them. Harrison's there again for the Magpies. Fletcher's there again for the Magpies. But it's cleared from the Tigers. Looking for a teammate. Couldn't hit him. Got the ball back. Beautiful tackle. I can guarantee that's green out there. Hold the ball, says the umpire.
Yeah, beautiful tackle there from Riley Green. Very serviceable, as we highlighted. I think the nature of the AFL team means that Sherwood will have limited access to his services in the future. Brisbane Lions do have the bye in the VFL this weekend as Sherwood. We're just enjoying this display, however, and it's magnificent from him. Davidson on the outer side, just had to back pedal now, turns the ball over. Mac
Good
Johnson
tackle.
just got the kick away, up and under Pettigrew.
Oh,
Beautifully tackled.
crutch.
Is that green again? It is.
Oh,
Coming too high there, so Pettigrew. Lead is offered by McCarthy. That's ignored. So Pettigrew now will look towards McCarthy again, and Rich taken high. Free kick for Noosa. Another shot on goal.
it was there. It was definitely there, the free kick. Definitely got clipped around the back of the head. About 35, 40 out on a slight angle. But it's interesting looking at that forward line set up, Andy, just quickly, because it looks like Freeman and Rich seem to be running to similar spots.
Yep.
They're kind of getting in the way of each other. They got away with that one. They just need to find a bit of separation, make that back line really accountable for that lack of height in defence for the Magpies.
Rich for the second goal in a row in terms of his contribution to Noosa, and he's just snuck it home. Rich gets his second. Noosa get their first of the second half. We're back to 13 points, and we're 6 minutes gone here in the third term. You'll have a more accurate visual on your clock at the moment, but I forgot to start the clock a little bit later on, so apologies there.
Well, again, I love the fact if we can find some more opportunities for the likes of Daniel Rich to play a bit deeper, or at least stay in position, be a bit deeper, and then lead up towards the player with the footy. because he's very good hand skills, very good marking skills, and we know from his history at the Brisbane Lions, he's a very good contested mark. This play is about to continue. Both ruckmen, it's been an interesting one between these two. No real clear winner up to this point. Speaking of clear winners, Fletcher's in there once more for the Magpies. Ruckman's laying a tackle. Ends up in the hands of the other ruckman. Here they go, the Magpies, going up forward. Player calls him out. Nelson to Hud. Nelson could have gone for that one. Waistcoat is on the last line. That could have been 50 as well.
He's a chance here, Hud. This is well within his range.
Well, that breeze is sort of just picking up, going sort of left to right. So if he aims at that on the left of that left-hand goal post and bring it back.
Well, he's going to only have to kick it now. All the options are diffused inside that forward 50.
Here's a chance. Hud. I tell you what, that's coming right to left. Waistcoat! What a grab! And he shows it off to the crowd.
He's having a good day, isn't he?
A good day? Jeez.
Oh, he's going all right.
This is one of the best games I've seen from a Magpies player for a long period of time.
He's going to put bums in seats, this bloke.
Oh, waistcoat. The rain has cleared this afternoon. He's nice and dry. Kicks the goal from 5 metres out. And would that be, is that goal number 2 for the young man? Or is that, no, that's goal number 3.
One in each quarter, Kano.
Goal, goal, goal. Went bang, bang, bang. Sets up to increase that lead.
Yeah, it's back out to a 19-point lead, equal game high at the moment. Quick around the grounds in the QAFL, it's Wilson Grange, 68, plus 32 over Broadbeach. Palm Beach, 20 points over the Sharks. Maroochydore still 4 points over Surfers. And it's game on over at Morningside because Mount Gravatta within a point. Oh, over Morning. That is magnificent, doesn't it? They've kicked the first of the second half, the Vultures.
Geez, we're going to be wearing the blue and white by the end of this. We're definitely support on that bandwagon this afternoon.
We'll get you to line up at full forward next week.
Hang on. No. They want to improve, not go backwards.
Will Fletcher now, he's tackled. Didn't have prior opportunity. Green hacks it out there for the Pies, up towards the middle of the ground now. Handball misdirected there from Noosa. Well done here from Sherwood here on the commentary side. That might have been from Davidson. It was a hold.
Free kick's going to Harrison.
So Harrison, he's got...
blood rule. Blood rule as well.
That's Riley Green coming off the ground. Oh, no, it isn't. It's Harrison.
Yep.
Clear it from the mouth. So Urich will have the ball in hand. He's got waistcoat long, and that might very well be the direction it is. Look for waistcoat again. He's taken out of the contest by the player who took the mark on his back. In fact, it was touched, and we'll see his stoppage 25 to 30 metres out from Sherwood's goal.
It's good when you're on your back and the ball just ends up in your lap. You got nowhere to go. Lucky it wasn't called foul on the ball on that occasion. Noosa trying to clear. Look at the tackling pressure from these Magpie forwards.
Militek!
Gone! G-A-W-N, gone.
Militek.
Sorry for stealing your thunder there, Yindi.
No, mate.
And plenty behind the play as well. Fletcher's trying to wrestle a couple. Nelson, step, weave, dodge, and unfortunately misses the lot, kicks it out on the full.
Now, what happened in that instance there is that Militek, before he was penalised for holding the ball, he copped a high contact blindsided by the umpire. So he wasn't happy with the treatment that he was getting, and that's where that brings all in sundry.
Well, play on, says the umpire, as the Tigers look to clear. That's a brilliant kick. 70-metre kick down the line.
One inside the forward 50 there for the Noosa. It's Freeman.
Here they go again. Where's the next kick going? That bit of a worm burner. Ruckman had to work hard there for the Tigers. Not the best of kicks. It looks like might be Bully out there cutting that one off for the Magpies.
That's Bailey Thompson there. They're both similar in physique and ability of dominating across the half-back line. As the ball comes out towards the commentary side. That was Ollie Owens. Here's a chance inside the forward 50. McKnight, the kick was just a little bit too hot there for Austin. Noosa working industrious across half-back. Plenty of Pies around this one. And they won't take the mark now, but Noosa getting some defence here. Rich is shutting it down. Urich up towards high half forward, looking for plenty to fly. Ball hits the deck. Biff, little tap there from Fletcher. Spinning his way out of traffic. There was Bowes. Davidson now finds a teammate there. Oh, good tackle. Just got the handball away in the nick of time. Ball 45 out. There's Con under siege here. Oh, Mitchell. Right foot kick is still in here for Waistcoat. Waistcoat has got the mark. Hot game of footy.
Well, I thought Mitchell had that missed opportunity. He was running into an open goal, missed on the kick. And the young man, Waistcoat, he can't do anything wrong at the moment.
He's told to play on now, Waistcoat. He's got it. He's got fourth of the game. Marches out to 4 goals here at Sherwood. He's turning this game right on its head, and he's becoming difficult to man up on. Everything is touching turns to gold. Kane Browning.
Well, I tell you what, when you do look at him, you go, okay, where's his A game? Is he good? Is he going to be A on the ground, A+ on the ground? Or is he fairly good in the air? Well, at the moment, he's got the guitar stringed and ready to go. He's dominating in all areas, all facets of the game. And whether it's on the ground or in the air, he is dominating this afternoon.
Yeah, he's got 2 goals this quarter from set shots. He's just looking dangerous. Every time he goes near the ball, something happens.
And forgive me for that guitar reference. I'm a former drummer, so we'll forget about that one.
They play to your tunes, don't they? Play your beats.
No comment, as that ball's going to be recalled. Sounded good in my head, so that was the important thing.
Morningside by 7 points over Mount Gravatt. So they've got one back there. We're watching that one with interest.
You keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep an eye on this between Noosa and Sherwood. As it looks like Mitchell got held without it. Play on, says the umpire. Noosa clear. Heading towards half forward. Good clearing punch. And at ground level, the Magpies are dominating at the moment. Waistcoat! Couldn't get his hands on the ball. Still ends up with it. But Noosa clear across the half-back line.
Yeah, they take a little bit off the kick. Finds Reece Darling. They're on the back foot here. The Northern Tigers looking for Con, who have to fly from behind. He took the mark over Mitchell.
That was a con job if I'd ever seen one.
Ew, straight to the bank. Freeman wasn't paid the mark, didn't have control. Here comes Owens, left foot kick around the body, finds his teammate, has got Waistcoat short, hasn't got anyone inside the forward 50, and they'll settle now through Hutt.
Waistcoat is looking for a rotation. He needs a well-earned rest as they're looking for Austin once more. Knight's around the mark. Speaking of Knight, got pushed off the footy a little bit too easy on that occasion. Still lays a tackle. Noosa are trying to clear across the half-back line. Hits up a teammate at centre half-back. Handballs it off. They've got a bit of space out wide. Going half-back. That was James on that occasion. Couldn't get his hands on the footy. Picks it up now. Could have been taken high. Slung to the ground. Play on, says the umpire. Ball just rolls out. Noosa, got to be clean here, boys. Magpie dives on the footy. And the umpire's going to come in and go, give it to me, guys. I'm going to throw that one up.
Just a few details on Stanley Waistcoat. He is part of the Coach Talent League for the NT. He already played a couple of games this year against Tassie and the Western Jets and kicking goals in both those games. So a young, talented prospect that Sherwood were privileged to have, but may see him fall the wayside into a higher standard of footy. And that's the thing about the Sherwood Footy Club. We talk about the success of Palm Beach Karumba down on the Gold Coast. Sherwood have produced VFL and AFL talent. Ball on the outer side now. And of course, Bruce Rebel, who's a Sherwood product as well, made his AFL debut last week, and they still keep coming. There's Owen Collins, part of the VFL program. And ball over the top to Xavier.
Oh, bang!
Seb Rogers just came in a little bit too hot and hard.
Knight in shining armour there for the Magpies. Look at the kick.
Perfect. And Hutt has been in great form, hasn't he? He's presented well. I think he's only 17 years of age as well, Liam Hutt.
That forward line setup at the moment, Austin, Hudd and Waistcoat, who's just in front of us here, having a well-earned spell, has been really good this afternoon for the first 3 and a bit quarters.
So Liam Hudd here, for the Pies is a lovely kick of the footy. Pulls the trigger from 48 metres out from goal. That wasn't convincing at all. And that goes through for a minor score, but it's 26 points the margin, Kano, and alarm bells are well and truly ringing for Noosa.
Well, you need to put the dollar in the jar, mate, for putting the moxie on guys kicking for goal. That's your first of 2024 for the QAFL.
Don't worry, I'll get the sack after today.
I'm about
QAFL footy for me.
I'm about in debt about $300, I think, for this year so far, and it's only round 6. Speaking of Noosa, here they go in the hands of Rich. That long left booming kick, looking for Freeman across halfback, instantly gets poleaxed.
Kind of bully. He's a bully in his own right.
Oh.
And good to see Green and Mitchell get around to him. And
I think Bully's a better matchup for Freeman, to be honest, down back, Yandy.
And that's out of bounds on the full.
That's out of bounds on the full, so that's going to be a free kick going. No. I reckon that was a free kick. I think that was the.
And so, for those who are watching at home, basically, if you hit the ball out of bounds deliberately,
on the full?
no, out of bounds on the full, it's equivalent of a kick out of a ruck contest.
Yes.
Doesn't matter how close you are to the boundary line.
No, that was Harris on that occasion. I was getting them mixed up. He was the one that punched the ball over the line.
So Fitzpatrick here, he's had a purple patch in the second quarter. You put the ball up towards the top of the square, looking for a Freeman or looking for a fly from behind. It goes through for a rush behind. And it's been a long time between scores here for the Northern Tigers. It's 25 points the margin.
Well, here come the Magpies, our defence once more. That's Orridge. Orridge up the ground to Bully. Bully goes out a little bit wider. That's okay to Collins. Collins now chips the ball in short, finds Knight. For such a small man, I've been impressed by him this afternoon. He's been roaming between the arcs. Decides to bypass Mitchell, goes a bit longer. Oh, well grab!
Oh! Free kick to my man Militic. That was almost the mark of the year.
Well, Waistcoat went up early. Austin ended up taking a streamer, and unfortunately they gave it a Shepherd, and Waistcoat gave the free kick away.
So ball comes out towards the commentary. Austin ball still staying, comes out now to Mac Johnson. Mac Johnson, where's the heavy tackle there? Noosa with +3 around this contest. Ricochets off Waistcoat. They're still making the use of extra numbers here. Rogers spears the ball up towards the corridor, up to Con. He's got Freeman long, and he can get it to him too with a big thumping kick. Finds his teammate Long, burst on the sprint. That's McCarthy. Having to double back, Freeman standing 15 metres out from goal, and he's offered a couple of leads, and he'll pierce it into the pocket, and Daniel Rich will have a shot on goal right side for a left footer.
See, that's the thing there. On that occasion, Freeman pushed up the ground a little bit further. Rich was the deepest forward and was able to find some space in that pocket as he lines up for goal right on that boundary line.
Well, he's had 2 set shots for 2 goals. This will be 3 from 3, and he's got it. Poor defensive work there from Sherwood, because they did not have anyone standing next to the goalpost, Kano.
They didn't have anyone standing within 5 metres of the goal line,
That
man.
is extraordinary. That one may come back to bite them. Going to throw a stat your way. Noosa have now kicked 8 goals, Kano, all from set shots, none from general play. So their set shot kicking today has been elite.
Well, they found some space at the right opportunities, and they've finished off their good work. Because in general play, when the ball has hit the ground, Sherwood have been all over them in that aspect of the game, and have been able to clear on more than one occasion fairly easily. So if you hit our target inside 50, it's a little bit hard for the defence to clear the ball.
And here's one for you as well. We spoke about it earlier. I mentioned where Dan Rich should be playing across half back. A minute later, he kicked a goal. He's now kicked 3 goals since that comment. Turned the game on its head, the last 3 for the Pies. The Tigers.
Well, we know how good Daniel Rich is, so he was always going to get in the game at some point, and if he can affect the scoreboard, that's even better for the Tigers, as they're looking up for Waistcoat and Hud again. Oh, speaking of Waistcoat, here he is right now. Dummies, weaves, steps, right foot kick. Is that goal number 5? Yes, it is! sold the candy, took it back inside, wide foot kick, 45 out. That was never going to miss. And that's goal number 5. He's almost at half a dozen, Yendi. He's at to say he's just about best on ground would be an understatement.
Yeah, he's clearly got that in the bag at the moment. He's celebrating with 5. That's the second time today where he's kicked a goal from the next stoppage after Noosa's kicked the goal as well. So they've got that clearance work happening, and he's found himself on the receiving end. So that is a beautiful finish.
And you know what? And now you got Fletcher resting up forward as well. Look at that for a forward line when you got the likes of Austin, Fletcher, Hudd, and Waistcoat.
Well,
good luck to any defence with those 4 blokes down there.
They're certainly going to enjoy that. He's kicked multiple goals in every game that he's played for Sherwood. That's albeit 3 so far. Umpire was blindsided as Owen Collins will still take it up towards centre half forward there for the Pies. Fletcher taps it back towards the corridor. The Pies are on fire.
Oh my!
GAWN gone, Kano. Magnificent. And he'll go back and, well, he's got the Steph Curry hot hands here. He will go back from the land of plenty and put this through.
Well, we haven't seen him in too many situations where he's been this far out. If he manages to kick this bomb, this place is going to go absolutely nuts.
Well, I was also saying Noosa will probably put someone on the goal line here, unlike the previous incident. But this will just be his full bag of tricks if he can kick this from 55 metres out the boy from the NT. It's beautiful. He's on fire today! Waistcoat. Remember that name, the boy from the NT. He's played 2 seasons in the Coach Salad League for the NT. It's his 4th game at Noosa, and he's kicked, well, he kicked 6 goals in the past 3 games at Sherwood, mate, in the QAFL. He's now kicked 6 in less than 3 quarters.
Mate, they talk about long contracts in footy these days. Lock him up for the next 10 years, that young man. I'd be doing everything to keep him at the Magpies.
Oh, the problem is, Kano, and I think we both know the answer why that may not be the case.
I know.
We may see him graduate. But that's the problem. Yeah. It's a good thing that Sherwood have had. They've lost a lot of talent to VFL and AFL over the last couple of years.
It's the best thing for Queensland footy, ladies and gents. Young man from the NT. We're actually adopting him. He's now a Queenslander.
Well, Sherwood are adopting him as a...
Well, yeah, he's a Magpie, but he's a Queenslander from now on.
If he plays AFL football, he gets drafted in the AFL system, Sherwood will be like, well, that season he had with us, that did it all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this whole crowd will be going to watch him at AFL level, that's for sure, as Noosa trying to get that goal back. Kicks the ball to about 35 out. No one can get clean possession. Handball's over the top towards the boundary line. Magpies got the extra number. Dangerous handball. Good hip and shoulder from the Magpies. Handball back and board. In instant trouble. Fletcher's there again. Tried to dive on the footy. The Tigers have it now. Bit of a dumping tackle. That's okay, says the umpire, and that's been held up about 45 out from the Tigers' goal.
Well, things into perspective, Kato and I called a game almost 12 months ago, and Harley Reid, the young gun, a 17 or 18-year-old took the screamer that everyone played on their news. Now we're seeing another 17 or 18-year-old that is just carving it up here in the QAFL. So I think if we want to see more players drafted, more talent drafted, put one K Browning and one C Ying on your commentary team.
Jeez. I reckon, just to cut you off there, Yendi, I reckon Austin will be really annoyed because I reckon he would have had the car in his lap earlier in the quarter.
Yeah, hopefully there's a prize for that. Maybe the QAFL media team, AFL Queensland media team, will still factor that in. Just take out the decision was paid a few moments after. But we're enjoying it here. We hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you may be watching here. As Sherwood across half back through Davidson. The kick was good. Hasn't got much happening down the line as Sid Melitek is going to shut down any forward injuries. They've got Austin a little bit longer. They're going to have to go further up the corridor, and that they will. The kick was too hot there for Mitchell, and Rogers takes a mark at centre half back.
Well, Noosa trying to come out of trouble again. Ends up in the hands of McCarthy. He's been good this afternoon for the Tigers. Kicks to half forward, looking for Freeman. That free run of the footy. Got cut off.
The Sherwood fraternity are not happy that wasn't paid a mark. It actually was paid in front of contact. So That was a free kick.
Geez, lucky Fletcher there. He actually walked through the in between the man on the mark and Freeman, so he could have given away 50. Freeman's got to kick this, no doubt about that. Sherwood are definitely on top at the back end of this third quarter. He's got to go bang here. Freeman, the premiership player from the Hornets last year, and there's another couple of bucks in the jar because I've jinxed him again.
Well, it's a player of his talent. He should have stuck it out to the left-hand side and watched it curl back through. But that's academic at the moment here. Sherwood, as Morningside is stretching their legs against Smoke Cravat. They lead that one by 27 points. Meanwhile, back here at Sherwood.
Oh, dangerous.
Bumped
Handball.
off the ball. Umpire said call play on Davidson.
Oh.
Saw the free kick. They won't take the advantage. So Davidson has Austin here on the commentary wing. And Austin will be the player to fly. He falls to ground. In fact,
Pushing the back.
so he's got to get up quickly before Noosa flood numbers back. So Austin, they've already got one standing at centre half back, the Tigers. Make it 2. Austin slowing it down. Waistcoat lurking. And Waistcoat will have to fly. And he's taken out of the contest, so he'll get a free kick, Waistcoat. And Stanley, he's a chance. He's a big chance. He kicked the goal from 55 metres out before. He's not as comfortable. Right foot kick. We're right behind this one.
No way.
He delivers a bomb. No attack. Free kick, Sherwood. Wow.
It looks like Ogden's the one lining up on Waistcoat, and I tell you what, he's so far on the treadmill at the moment. Waistcoat is leaving him in his wake.
Just leaving him in his hip pocket in his waistcoat. No.
Thank you for the setup, Yandy. That was brilliant.
Josh James here for his second goal here for Sherwood. An exhibition from these young Pies. They are flying as one. And they are streaming away to a 7-goal lead here at their home deck.
And the crowd went completely silent for some reason when that goal was kicked.
Starting to think something had been reversed.
It was almost like Noosa had kicked a goal. No, the score stays as it was. They've increased that lead to 37 points. 88 to 51 in favour of the home side, the Magpies.
7-goal to 2 quarter, Kano. So we're going to see a long quarter, but this has just been something extraordinary today.
Well,
And
they're always asking us, Yendi, you know, note stuff down for the highlight reel during the week. I tell you what, the highlight reel will be going bananas.
Well, Waistcoat has kicked 4 goals for the quarter. And that is... that the siren has sounded at 3-quarter time, Kano, a quarter that went for almost 30 minutes.
Well, what can you say, ladies and gents? Sherwood right on top in that third quarter. Like you said, Yendi, 7 goals to 2 quarter in favour of the Magpies. They've moved to the 37-point lead, 14-4, 88 to 8-3, 51. And I tell you what, sets up a great chance for Sherwood to get another win on the board in season 2024. It's 3-quarter time here. Live QAFL action between Sherwood and Noosa. We'll be back for the last quarter in a few moments.
How you feeling? But it's good because
Hey William, hey guys.
it's the highlight reel when you That's the best thing about the game, is that you never know. and considering their coach as well, like there's a lot of talent there. I do feel sorry for their longevity and being able to sustain a performance like this because Hudson Getty's Green's not mate. Could be gone, but I've spoken to Tom after weeks about, everyone know we're getting up by 20 goals every week. It's like, well, yeah, but at least we're getting players. People don't see it that way, do they? Yeah. The Palm Beach Club do exactly the same. Yeah, because it makes his job more interesting. Because he can look at what and if they make finals, they're going to be pinching best talent all over the street. And look at Ben Thomas, was tossed back in that at a half forward and bloody after kicking 4 last week. I've called every game that he's played, and it's in the VFL. I was like, this kid, he's in his early 20s, and he's playing like he's played VFL footy all his life. Yes, he had a tough initiation in the first game, but then his kick made national news after a stellar performance. That's out.
Consider the stuff that's been made on national news as well.
Yeah. I just look at it. When that was going on, I thought, get people going, oh, did you make him?
He's got 2. Wait, hey. Listen for it. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for round 6 QAFL action here at the home of the Sherwood Magpies. They've got the ascendancy at the moment with a 7-2 third quarter. Brilliant quarter there by the Magpies. Noosa were chasing tail for the majority of it. Sets up a brilliant last quarter. 37 points the margin in favour of the Magpies. My name's Kane Breen. I'm still joined in the box by the great man, Chris Yendi Yend. And considering it's your first game back to QAFL action, mate, what do you think?
Oh, look, mate, I'm very happy because there'll be a lot of these guys that I'll have the privilege of seeing a little bit later on. We were talking about it at the break. Realistically, you could record our conversation, have it going to air. Sherwood have got so much talent. The Brisbane Lions, they've got a lot of injuries in the AFL team. It means that a lot of their the younger talent are going to get runs in the AFL team, which means the Brisbane Lions VFL are going to be drawing talent from this team here. So 4 or 5 guys will potentially play VFL football in the coming weeks.
Well, it's great for the talent pool for Queensland footy. Here we go, and that ball is going to be recalled, so that's an anticlimax. Unlike that third quarter with the likes of Waistcoat down there dominating. He's quickly turned into a trench coat. Don't worry about the waistcoat this afternoon, as Noosa need to get the first goal of the last quarter. They're in a bit of space. Sherwood, though, intercept across half-back. They get it clear. Good kick up the line, finds Fletcher. Fletcher looks for Knight. That one-hand juggle, misses with the handball, unfortunately. Good tackling, though. Locks the ball in just inside attacking 50 for the Pies.
We'll speak of, I guess, games that have taken a bit of a turn, unfortunately, for Mount Gravatt. That Morningside have got the run on the kick the last 6 of that one.
Oh!
It's almost Poleaxe there, Pettigrove. He's one of the great young talents here in this Noosa system.
He needed to dig a trench there, trying to get low to the ground. Got clipped around the ear.
He brings the ball up towards the corridor, finds Bows up towards the corridor again. Ogden got Freeman long. I want to see Freeman play high centre half forward, just inject his presence on the game. He's pressing up, and Green goes back, takes the mark, plays on now, up towards the corridor, finds Edwards. They'll switch it across the outer side. Bully offers a long option, and he'll mark, and they'll settle across the outer side.
Green is so good at intercepting today. He's been that third man up more times than not, and they know where the ball's going to when Noosa have possession, going straight to Freeman every time. So he's been able to work over. Speaking of opponents, his direct opponent has got the ball there in James.
Watching Green today, he plays in a really good back line for the Brisbane Lions in the VFL. Coming to this level, I just don't realise just how good he is. He's better than what I ever thought.
Good contest there, brings to the front. Snap around the corner, can't let this ball get over the back. Here's a chance for Mitchell, the vice captain, on the boundary line. That ball's coming back, is it there? No.
Almost.
We've got to call another game tomorrow, Yendi. Both our voices might be shot by the end of this.
We'll be very well spent, that's for sure. But it is we've been treated absolutely spoiled today. A 38-point margin at the moment. Yeah, one of the perks of calling footy is that you just don't know what you're going to come across. And coming to Sherwood, we've been treated very spectacularly to the waistcoat show as Riley Green just getting better the longer this game goes on. He hasn't had that much to do, to be fair. When he has, he's been elite. Speaking of elite, here he comes. He mounts his case. He flies! Brings the ball to ground as Waistcoat, the boy from the NT, the human highlight reel with just a lazy 6 today, Kano.
Jeez, you just can't give him a free run at the footy. The moment he gets free run, he can jump. He's he's an absolute handful this afternoon for that Noosa defence. As play continues, ball just juggling around. The Magpies again trying to be dangerous inside 50. Fletcher instantly gets wrapped up.
The thing with Waistcoat, you can't put a player on him because as soon as the ball goes aerial, so does he.
Well, that's the problem. If you don't go with him, you're going to be in strife because he can definitely take a grab, as we've seen on more than one occasion. Speaking of talent,
Riley Green, outstanding today.
Green again. Now we'll be going through 3-2-1 at the end of this. It'd be an interesting one between those two this afternoon. Speaking of the other one, here's Waistcoat. Didn't get his hands on the footy. Need his opponent in the back for his trouble. He's come up a bit sore and sorry. That's number 14 and Ryan Crisp.
Waistcoat is going to take the mark of the year in this quarter, as we'll see another stoppage. The only reason I say that, Riley Green just lobbed the ball up. So they're doing it now. This is marking the pack.
You see, yeah, this
is going to happen.
It's training drill stuff at the moment, just setting up for that launch.
So we're 6 goals up. We're probably going to win this footy. It's markers up. And Waistcoat is the only target. There's Noosa through Con. There's Green again. Just spun around tonight. He had no pride taking the ground. And we'll see a ball up on the edge of the centre square attacking zone for the Sherwood Footy Club.
Well, a little push and shove. No point pushing and shoving when you're this far behind on the scoreboard, Noosa. You've got to be better than that. Win the ball first as McCarthy tackles Fletcher.
Fletcher's been a sideshow today, hasn't he, in comparison to some of the other stellar performers?
He's been good when he's had the ball in hand, but he hasn't had a lot of opportunities, which is actually a benefit, not a hindrance for the Magpies this afternoon. Other players have stepped up. Speaking of stepping up, no one could step up on that occasion. Again, tackle laid. Umpire comes in quickly.
So Reece Free kicked 7 goals last week for Noosa. Hasn't had a scoring shot today.
Just watching a bit of behind the play stuff here. You keep an eye on the contest, Yendi. I'll keep an eye on that.
Ball up through the corridor now. Militek handball down to his shins. Frustration aplenty here from 1K Browning, but they're able to manufacture something here, the Tigers. Kick up towards half forward to a 2-on-1 over the head there of Rich. Here comes Freeman ridden into the side, and we'll see another stoppage. 2-on-1 on Rich, and Freeman is not being given space. Well defended all round here from Sherwood.
Well, a little bit sore and sorry at the moment. Look to be Noosa. And that's been the story of the tape, ladies and gents. A bit fumbly this afternoon. Green clears again. Noosa player hits the contest hard, brings it to the front. Magpies first on it through Mitchell to Fletcher. Handballs out to the side. Got a bit of space now and hits up his target.
That's hard.
In Hud.
Brilliant footballer, isn't he?
I've been almost calling him Dud this afternoon. He definitely hasn't been a dud. Hud.
Or dude.
Or dude. Chips to Fletcher. Right in front of us here on this broadcast side wing.
I look at Fletcher and Collins, and they're arguably the two best for Sherwood on a week-to-week basis. Their influence has been minor today, all things considering.
Step, weave, dodge. Fletcher, way too good on that occasion. Chips the ball up.
Oh.
Good high flying. That's got to be a grab. This has been the game of the Flyers this afternoon, Yendi. No doubt about it.
Ryan Crisp with the stellar mark, kicks it out towards the commentary wing, out towards his opposite number 14, who sends the ball ground level here on the commentary wing. Juric, free kick for a hole, so we'll go to Noosa to have to get the ball and go, but it's not going to happen. There's a little bit of malfunction at the junction. So
no love lost between that group of players there. McCarthy, they've got a little bit of space as they move the ball quickly. Here come the Tigers, hitting up for forward, got clipped after he kicked it.
And Rich will have a free kick.
And Rich will have a free kick about 35-40 out directly in front.
He has kicked the last 3 goals for Noosa.
Well, that was Con who got clipped behind the play as he was kicking it, looking for Rich. Rich definitely within range here. Could be in the car park and he could be within range, Daniel Rich. Comes in now, left foot kick. That's coming back beautifully. That's a well-needed goal for Noosa. And they move to 9-3 to 11-5. Close the margin slightly. I believe that could be the first goal of the first quarter.
It is.
Goes to the Tigers.
It certainly is. Now I'm going to go statistically. Look out for Waistcoat to get the next goal from the clearance because that has happened already on 2 occasions in this second half alone.
Well, I've got 2 names rolling around my head. I feel like I'm going to spend this whole quarter trying to work out who do I give the 3 votes to. Is it Green or is it Waistcoat? And I tell you what, if Waistcoat ends up jumping on someone else's head this afternoon, he might get the 3 votes.
Raps contest again here. It's certainly a tough one. As Sherwood now with a hack inside the forward 50. Waistcoat won't be too far away from this one. In fact, he's beaten to that contest. Oh, he gathers the ball again, pulls the trigger from 50 metres out from goal.
No way!
He missed, and I nearly had it, Kano. I nearly had it with a quick reply. Oh, we nearly pulled rabbits out of the hat here, and Harry's like, how good is this on the camera today?
Geez, our calling this afternoon has been brilliant with the top, mate. We've got the best timing in Queensland footy, ladies and gents, this afternoon. And the weekend has only just started. Here come the Tigers, though. Right in the middle of the ground, looking for Freeman. Freeman getting held. Play on, says the umpire. James did a good job on that occasion. They've got the outnumber, but instantly tackled with the Magpies. That could have been a throw. Play on, says the umpire. Bit of a hack kick to no one. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Left foot on the opposite side, right to the goal line. Gets pushed through. Minus score. As a scoreboard, just treading a bit of water at the moment. It's 14-6. 90 to 9. We'll have to get back to on that scoreboard there. 9-4-57. My math just went out the window.
So 32 points to margin here at Sherwood. Here's an opportunity for the Pies to get the ball out of half back. The Mitchell received it from Fletcher. Up and on the kick. One for Hud, one for the Brave. Well done, Liam Hud. And the foot race is on. The foot race is on. Here is Waistcoat. He streaks ahead of Bowles. Beautiful work there from Bowles. Tonight, Knight now, left foot kick, spin it into Mitchell. Ball 30 metres out from goal. Almost thrown out there. Umpire was blindsided. Back towards Hud's going to ride the bump. He does. Noosa with the extra numbers. Good pressure here from the other Pies to bottle it in. He had no chance to get rid of it. Ball up 55 out.
Jesus, again, Yindy, look at you. You're
Another game.
It's not Easter yet, mate. You're bouncing around like a jackrabbit, waiting for Waistcoat to try and snag another one. Here's another opportunity. Ball drifts towards forward, a little bit too far. Mitchell with a hairball off. Left foot snap on goal. What a goal! Owen Collins, his first of the afternoon. That instant response to the Magpies. Well, it wasn't Waistcoat, but that's okay.
Back to 38 points, and Owen Collins, who is one of the best that this football club has to offer here at Sherwood, and his impact hasn't need to be to the elite levels of that of some of the others in the team, but it has been a complete team performance. Very hard to find any weak links in the chain in the Sherwood lineup.
Well, again, you take the likes of Fletcher, who has been good.
Yeah, he's been there for a long time.
But hasn't been brilliant. Hasn't been dominant like he's almost had to be in past situations. And guys are stepping up. It's brilliant for Sherwood, and it's brilliant for Queensland footy.
And I look at Noosa, and I just can't find a winner anywhere, as we'll have a restart here. Of course, umpire.afl, there's still time to get involved in becoming an umpire, as we're part of an umpire appreciation round. It's it's the hardest job in all of football, to get out there and officiate in the field, and then you got the goals and the boundary to go with it. And we've seen a game like this. It's been tough to officiate. Here comes Con. Handball's back in board for Freeman. Spent it before he had it, and that's 3 Pies hot on his hammer straight away. There's Collins, almost shoveled out now. Umpire was blindsided. No, he wasn't. Bang on it. And so Noosa will have an opportunity now. I think that's through McNeese. There's Con. Had his back turned, but they're still able to make it work here. In fact, he'll have a shot on goal. Is that play on advantage? Yes, it is. It's a goal to Noosa. Mitch Con gets the goal.
Well, we talked about that earlier in the game. Guys concentrating on trying to instruct their teammates on what they're supposed to be doing. And Con had his back to the play. Ends up with a hairball in his hands and a great finish.
Now, what's the disadvantage there of Con in that situation? He was lucky in that situation.
Well, unlike the last one that went over the bloke's head and ended up going out of bounds, it results in a goal, so they get away with that one.
Yeah, it's been a good response. Noosa, they've got the job ahead of them. The game is not over by any stretch of the imagination. You've got Game Brownie, you've got Chris Yandy here, QAFL commentary. You've got our man Harry making his commentary QAFL debut.
Well, as play continues here, Con's in the middle of the ground once more. He's probably been, in all honesty, he's actually probably been Noosa's best this afternoon. He's probably the one bloke that can hold his head up high. As Freeman tapped it to himself and then kicked it out of the air. Welcome to Premier League soccer, Mr. Freeman.
I was like, if my teammates aren't getting their hands on the ball themselves, I've got to do it myself, Kane.
Well, unlike some ruckmen from past years, he's definitely versatile in that department, hand to foot. As play continues, here's a chance for the Magpies. Put Knight instantly under pressure. Gets tackled. Stoppage right in the middle of the ground.
I've been following Noosa since I've been involved in the QAFL for a number of years now. This is I'm really enjoying watching them to play and to be on the commentary side of things, especially with your good self and Harry. It's a genuine pleasure to watch what Sherwood is able to produce, as Davidson had no prior opportunity in that instance. It really has been a pleasure to see what they've been able to build. Last time I saw them, I think a game last year, they got belted by Maroochydore. The club, the team was struggling, and to see them come and to see them what they've evolved some sort of 10 months later, Kano, it's just such a genuine thrill as a footy fan and a fan of Queensland footy to see what they're able to produce today. And no disrespect to Noosa, of course.
No, of course. They've done a lot of hard work in the off-season. They've recruited pretty well, the Tigers. So it's a little bit strange to see their performance this afternoon, but you can't take anything away from the Magpies. Speaking of take anything away, that's going to be a free kick for Old, and the man about 25 out on a fairly tight angle. So Noosa looking for back-to-back goals.
I think it'd be back-to-back goals for the first time since the opening quarter, where they kicked 2 on the bounce. They kicked the first 2 goals of the game.
Waistcoat as having another well-earned rest, as Fletcher coming off the ground as well. Play continues now, comes in, right foot kick.
They're in this.
That's another one to the Tigers. Not quite sure who actually kicked that.
I'm going to take a guess and say McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Yep.
Well, we're talking about sort of good plays for their teams. McCarthy has been another one that can definitely hold his head up high this afternoon. He's had a bit of the footy, he's had some opportunities, and considering the lack of ball that's come down after half-time into forward 50, he's been really good for the Tigers this afternoon.
What I would have liked to have seen, I know Mac Johnson's gone back to the ruck here for Noosa, but I would have actually preferred to throw Mac Johnson forward and keep Jono Freeman in the ruck, because I feel like they've been winning more clearances there, particularly in that instance. Because the ball, in the instance of he won the clearance himself, and they've lost the clearance here because Mac Johnson's in the back into the ruck as the ball goes up towards high half forward there for Sherwood. Slips out in the tackle. In fact, it's a leg, and it will go to Noosa. Across half back. Sherwood pushing numbers up through the corridor. It'll come out now to McNeese, the former Bomber. Just got the kick away. Left foot kick up towards high half forward. This is promising. Fitzpatrick now gets on his bike inside the forward 50. It'll go up deep inside towards his teammate there in free. Couldn't take the mark. Free kick too high, and it will go to Sherwood.
Well, the umpire's been really good this afternoon. He's been really on that sort of late slinging tackle. So he's been in the right... All the umpires have been in perfect spots to adjudicate this afternoon.
And it's been a tough game to officiate today.
Exactly right. As Hudd crunches the pack and takes a well-earned contested mark. And you talk about dominant plays. He's been another good play for the Magpies this afternoon. As Hudd goes down the line right in front of us. Where's Waistcoat? He's on the bench. Austin couldn't take the mark. Ball gets over the back. Ends up in the hands of Knight. He's been better since half-time. Not the best at kicks. Looking for Con. Con cuts it off. Instantly turns it over, though. And here come the Magpies. Oh, here we go.
Waistcoat will take
Waistcoat instantly off the bench. Austin down the line. Good solid kick. Didn't have an opponent on that occasion.
Waistcoat saying, put the hand out saying, wait up, I've got to go down there. That's exactly what he said, and that's Austin listens.
Look at this. Waistcoat has run 60 metres to get to the goal line. Austin puts it up. Unfortunately, Waistcoat couldn't get there in the end. Ball rolling just inside the boundary line. Nelson, snap on goal, slams it into the woodwork. And actually,
it was out of bounds anyway.
It was out of bounds anyway.
Now, people will be watching going, oh, you know, maybe you're getting a little bit too entertained by Waistcoat and what he's done. Look, if those who are here today could see just what he's doing, he is value for entertainment.
We get the luxury of watching his work rate.
Yeah, all across that 360-degree perspective. As the ball comes out now, handball under pressure, left foot kick around the body, up and under, and it'll go out of bounds. So we'll have a boundary throw-in. But he is box office. You've seen a lot of footy this year. I've seen a lot of footy this year, differing levels. There is no one that we've seen this year across the standards we have. You've seen a lot of VFL, I've seen a lot of it, that has produced box office entertainment than what this young kid has provided.
Well, again, it's about the work rate, Yeti. That's the thing. He's not standing in one spot and jumping on blokes' heads. He's moving up the ground. He's catching his opponent back on the way back. And he's very versatile at ground level and in the air as well, as we've seen on a number of occasions. But unfortunately for Sherwood on that occasion, that's on the ball, so that's going to be brought back.
They're still in this here. They're in this game, Noosa. We're sort of approaching time on now. If not, we've hit that already.
26 points, the margin.
Kick the last two. They've got to get going quickly. Kick up towards Mac Johnson here. Has to mark. Deft little tap there from Hudd. Comes out towards the commentary side. Back to Hudd. Concedes ground. And they'll settle now, Sherwood.
Got an option back as well if he wants to go there. He hasn't turned around, so he's going to go up the line. That's okay. Ends up in the hands of Hud.
Owen Collins coming off. Fletcher's come back on. So a good play for a good player, or star for a star.
Hud down the line to Campbell. Campbell, he's probably going to go long. Looking for the likes of Austin. Is down there. He hasn't been around the footy too much, but there's a good grab. About 45 out. Pretty close to the boundary line. And again, everyone's keeping a close eye on Waistcoat, but Austin has been that.
He's the one that started in that first quarter, presented well, had the opening score of the game, showed that he's got enormous potential from the outset, and he's really stepping up in this last quarter. He's bookended this game to perfection.
Well, Noosa's going to need more blokes on the goal line because Waistcoat could jump over all of them. Austin, is that coming back enough? Yep. Yes, it is! That's reward for effort for a great work rate for Austin this afternoon. And like you said, Yendi, he really kicked it off for the Magpies in that opening quarter.
Yeah, and we're probably looking at Austin, what he can bring to this footy team at the moment, because realistically, he's going to be there for a very long time. We know Waistcoat, he's probably going to be playing a higher standard of footy, perhaps in time to come. Hud, also part of that academy program as well. They've got a lot of those younger kids. Austin's going to be that one that can really build that team around for a long time.
Well, having that forward line set up like they've had today allows the likes of Bully to play in defence. That bigger body, that stronger body can contest really well in the air, so it's allowed them that little bit of freedom compared to up forward in the past.
Noosa now, it's McCarthy who's wrapped up, penalised, holding the ball. So 32 points the margin, inside the forward 50, good use of the body! And Dylan Nelson goes back and takes the mark. Phenomenal. Quick around the grounds, Maroochydore on Surface Paradise, 58 apiece. That is a gutsy effort by the Kangaroos, regardless of what the result eventuates over there against the flag favourite.
No, and again, the QAFL is live and kicking in season 2024. No easy games.
Alicia Wilson-Grange at the moment is just taking the Mickey out of Broadbeach at the moment. They're doing a handy job. They're nearly 10 goals up.
Nelson decides to chip forward, finds Mitchell.
He goes straight to the goal line for 50-metre penalty. They're having a great day, Sherwood. And this win is going to mean so much to this footy club, isn't it?
Well, they did have a win early in the year, I believe in round one.
Against
Mount Gravatt. So it was a good start to the season. They've been battling hard over the last few weeks. Again, reward for effort. Mitchell comes in. Could be icing on the cake.
They're all getting around him.
Look at the team. Look at the amount of players getting around the vice captain.
Every single one of them are out there. I'm going to take a stab and say perhaps a milestone.
Well, it might be a milestone game for Mitchell, more so than a milestone goal, but might have something to do with it. They've moved to 17-6.
They're back out to a 38-point lead here.
108 to 11-4-70. So there's been plenty of goals, 28 goals kicked, only 10 behinds between the two sides. So it has been a bit of a goal fest, unfortunately for Noosa. Sherwood are the ones that have been kicking a lot of them.
It's just been a wonderful, wonderful team effort. We have certainly been spoilt for entertainment here, and I think if you're Noosa today watching at home, to be fair, they just haven't been able to find any major ball winners. As another hit out there for the Pies. Left foot kick skewed off the side of the boot. They find a target. They can go up the corridor, and that they will. It's one for the brave. It's Fitzpatrick, who's been quiet but good when he's been hot. It's Horbury. Left foot kick. Almost a mark taken there. Almost paid as well. Sherwood across half back. Kick along the boundary line. And I want to say, I'll look at players like Nathan Horbury. I had the pleasure of working the same competition where he was just the best player. Won a league best and fairest in Ballarat. I love the work that he's able to do, but I want to see better from him. Ben McNeese played AFL football for the Bombers. There's a lot of talent in there. This Noosa lineup, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, no, I pretty much have to agree with you on that front, Yendi.
I can't work it out. I don't know what's happening given the talent that they've got in this team.
Here they come. Here's an opportunity. Oh, got clipped behind after he kicked it. I'm losing everything here at the moment, Yandy. Number 8, that was Pettigrove there.
Yeah,
Got clipped behind the play.
Jono Freeman will have the ball.
Jono Freeman. Now he just needs to kick this. If anyone needs to kick a goal, it's him, and it's right now. Freeman leans back. That's not coming back enough either.
That's the story of the day, really.
Another missed opportunity. That's behind number 3. He's kicked 2 goals, 3 this afternoon, Freeman.
3 points to that end of the ground, Kano. Quick around the grounds, it's Palm Beach Currumbin leading the Sharks by 2 points, 74 to 72. So there's a couple of absolute humdingers. We don't have scores for Labrador or Aspley, but it is at Labrador. That bad internet reception over there as McCarthy flies, and we know that because the best calls have happened in that ground, Kano. AFL standard worthy.
Well, it's like a silent movie star, mate. It was a brilliant call. Unfortunately, no one heard it.
Exactly. Kick inside the forward 50. Sherwood do Davidson. Trap the ball. Bottled up straight away. So, you're right. The Surfers have hit the front for the first time today against... Oh, no, sorry, for the second time today against Maroochydore. They lead that one 64 to 58.
Oh, jeez. Plenty of interesting results at the end of this weekend. As play continues... Can't get clean possession. Duck, weave, dodged. Right foot kick to the hot spot. Can someone take a contested mark? Freeman or Rich? Ends up in the hands of McCarthy. On the last line, though. Sherwood, good effort there. Launches the ball down the line. Hutt is there. Good body work. Pushes off the mark.
Malitek's hurt his shoulder.
Yep, he was the meat in the sandwich.
He's winded.
I reckon
He's winded.
that almost looked like a rib.
Yep.
Austin, here comes Knight to Fletcher. Fletcher's going to give it back to Knight. Waistcoat is around the mark as well.
The crowd want it for him.
Waistcoat, is he going to get there? Yes, he does.
The narrative, Kano, says that he has to kick this. 7 goals, that's a magical.
Well, we were talking about work rate, Yendi, and that was the thing. He ran 60 metres to end up with the ball in his hand on the boundary line, 45 out, right on the fence.
And he can just wrap this up. If he's kicked goals from everywhere, he's taken thrilling marks. This would just be the fitting compliment to his day.
This is arguably the last nail in the coffin. Leans back, not far enough, misses to the left. There's still time. He's just grabbed at his leg a little bit, a bit of cramp.
Well, can you blame him, Kano? He sprinted 60 metres in the space of 4 seconds as the Tigers will go straight up the corridor. Big booming kick there from Pettigrove, looking for Richie's look-alike. A right footer for a left footer. They've got Freeman long, and Freeman will have to mark here. He's taken out strongly there by the strong Sherwood defence. Here comes Con. Side steps one. Right foot kick. Clears over the top. It's dribbling, and it's a rush behind.
That was like watching, sorry, Eddie, that was like watching footy in Tassie again. The ball just plants on the goal square because there's 10 inches of mud there.
And just quick around the grounds, Morningside 122 to Matt Gravatt 44. Morningside have kicked the last 77 points of the game. So when at one point Matt Gravatt kicked the opening goal of the third quarter, it was 44 to 45. They got within a point. Matt Gravatt have not scored, and it's been a 77 points to nothing since that.
But that's still an improvement. That is, you can still take that as a win if you're Mount Gravatt. It's going to take time. It's going to take some patience. As the siren goes here, as Mitchell throws the ball back to the umpire. Great win for the Sherwood Magpies. They were too good in the end, 17-7, 109 to 11-6, 72. It looks like it's 37 points in favour of the Maggies.
Yeah, tremendous performance there from the Magpies. It was a really good team effort today from them, and a lot to love of what they're able to produce. A really good atmosphere at this club, and it's a team that has been struggling, and you know it's better than I do given your roots involved in QAFL. But this club has struggled for so many years, and to put this complete performance today is just something that's really special and will live long in the club for a long time.
Well, we're going to have to go through some 3-2-1s here quickly. We'll have to go through some goal kickers as well. We'll do the goal kickers first. Austin ended up with 2 for the home side. Hudd ended up with 2. Waistcoat ends up with 6 majors. Brilliant effort. Leo Harrison 1. Jack James got 1 as well. Owen Collins got 1 in the last quarter. Joshua James had 2. Dylan Nelson was a good substitute. Ended up with 4 goals. For the visitors, you got Con with 2. Pettigrove with 2. McCarthy with 2. Rich ended up with 4 goals, all coming after half-time. And Jonathan Freeman ends up with 2 goals, 3 to finish off the goal kickers. Yendi, who's your 3-2-1?
Yeah, I think we've pretty much gone with the same players, just different order. I've gone with Waistcoat. I've given him the 3 votes today. I've gone with Riley Green 2, and I've gone with Luke Mitchell 1. And the fact that I haven't put a Will Fletcher in there is just something I'm very proud of.
Well,
in that sense, given that.
Well, I'll say this: it wasn't in a particular order on the piece of paper, but I tend to agree with you. To be honest, I was weighing up Green or Waistcoat. You've got to give Waistcoat for his 6 goals this afternoon. He was absolutely brilliant. A couple of massive high-flying marks. Green was brilliant down back, and Mitchell in the middle of the ground was way too good for any opponent Noosa wanted to play on him.
Absolutely, and a big shout out to Ermine Harry today. He's done a wonderful job. It's first game on the having commentators here in the AFL space, and we appreciate the work that he has done. We have seen something special. We're going to be sitting here in 12 months' time talking about just with Waistcoat about his starter.
Well, thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Thank you, Yendi.
It is
as Mitchell.
It's possibly game 200.
Gets hoisted up on the shoulders of his teammates, coming off the ground, pointing the finger to the sky. He was brilliant this afternoon. As we're just watching this, ladies and gents, the Magpies way too good by 37 points in round 6 QAFL action. Thank you, Yendi, for your contribution this afternoon. My name's Kane Browning. We'll be back for round 7 QAFL action next week. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. That was a good solid game.
We just, Harry said something special today. He was going to